how you guys doing? Just came from Seattle. Like an hour ago, I went to do some gym therapy. Before I went live, cause you gotta take care of your body so your body takes care of you, best as possible. So, like I can go live for hours, easy. I can one on ones, like talking and shit. That's my gift. But hey, what's up, Queen? How you doing? But hey, what's up, Queen? But I gotta take care of my body. Like if I'm trying to live long as possible, the physical health is what I see. You gotta take care of your body so your body takes care of you. So mentally upstairs, I'm blessed. But physically, I gotta lose weight and then do more cardio and maintain best as possible. So that's why I was like, let me go do some gym therapy before I go live. Because I can sit here for an hour. I can be 10 fucking hours. But it's easy for me all day, every day. But it's the physical health. And once again, you be a gym rat physically. A lot of people like, nothing wrong with gym therapy at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. But here's a kicker. A lot of people that's codependency. Like, I'm sad and depressed. Yo, hit them weights. Go for a jog. Go for a climb. After that, you feel good. But what about your mental health? Upstairs, are you losing your anxiety, depression, PTSD? What about upstairs? It's balanced, yin and yang, every which way, as one being. Different one, no one has to comprehend that. Some people believe like I'm physically fit, I'm beautiful, cosmetically, but ask any other than your mind, ask any part of your body for advice to life. Crickets. Your mind tells your mouth to move, have those conversations verbally or mentally. It's your mind. No other part of your body, respectfully. So I try to keep it simple for everybody out there, but no one has to comprehend that. You can believe higher source will do it for you. Like, okay, say that, but you're stressing. How's that working out for you, respectfully? But what's up, Queen? How's your night going? How's your morning going?
Powering on. Connected.
It was a good day at the farmer's market. I love the farmer's market's fun. It's good. Good people, good environment. You there, Queen, by chance? Or did it cut out? And then real fast, me personally, I'm gonna start doing this for everybody out there. Like, I think a shout out, love, respect to God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, our ancestors. And then, X, and then, which XXX Tentacion, and then, Young Cat. I'm so bad with his name, man. But he's a young cat. He's doing really good himself. And that's why me personally, I like to buy people in the healing journey. I can actually have real conversations with you. Especially younger than I am, even better. Fuck yeah. Because you're trying to evolve in life. That's the intent each lifetime, to evolve and get your life back. If you want to get your life back. Nobody has to. You can be codependent of people and Miami best for the rest of your life and have people make you feel good. And then Miami bullshit makes you feel good. But then when you lose everything in life, or everyone leaves you, now you're all alone. The loneliness. Yeah, that's not fun. So that's the intent, is to, remember to love you as a being. Because everything starts from you, just don't know that yet, And in each lifetime, gotta learn the hard way or learn this shit all over again, which is like, I kind of like get it, but at the same time I dislike that. Because that means in this lifetime at 39 I'm blessed. And the next lifetime, if there's afterlife, if there's reincarnation, I don't know, I use the word at the end, faith. I gotta do all this all over again, which sucks. It'd be nice if I can get hold of the next version of myself. Hey, like, check out. There's this cat. There's an old version of yourself. Just watch, observe, and study him. You're about to go to school to study about English history, all that. This mammy stuff, and school will not help you with anything with your mental health at all. Just to let you know. You're in middle school, actually go to breakups. Ask your English teacher or your English book for advice to life with your breakup, or they cheat on you in middle school, high school. Crickets. As your counselor, they might be able to help you, and that's a big might. Just because the person went to college got certified to be a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, which is cool. Categories, titles, but do they actually have personal experience, or they got DSM-5 book experience? TikTok experience, YouTube experience, Spotify, Google experience. Once again, for everybody out there. And that's just it for everybody to say respectfully wise. Like, if that's your categories, to get like your attention, like, and to call everybody out respectfully, like, if you're a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, life coach, narcotic creator, spiritual religious person, quote unquote, How are you in a toxic love, broken, codependent relationships? How you shedding tears? Why you let one person come in your life and sell your dream respectfully? And that's why I go life for the universe for everybody, not for myself. This life session, not 5 years ago, started my healing journey. It was for me, dead ass. I knew it was for me because yes, the cool thing about technology, I promise you 1,000. You start your healing journey, you know. I didn't forget. I have been trying to deal with stuff. Oh no, morning. How you doing, Queen? Nah, you're totally good. You're totally good. Whenever, no, totally cool. But I promise you 1,000. Go on social media. Someone's gonna reach out to you. You know, I promise you that. That's why I already knew a lot of queens, empathetic wise. They've been the healing journey. Maybe they can make a comment or DM me how to start this healing journey, how to work on my fitness, how to evolve in life. A lot of us males, aka boys, more narcissistic, we're raised incorrectly. We're not taught about feelings, through communication and comprehension. All this shit. None of this shit. Well, I preach everyone's raised incorrectly. Everyone, all the universe is. That's why the big term is keep it simple. Everyone's stuck on what? The generational cycle. Only you as one being can break it. You be speppy. Everyone has their own terminology. You know, you do it for your ancestors, for your next lifetime. Is that factual? Do you actually know that? Do you actually believe that? Can you respect me? I'll be like, well, can you show me proof? Respectfully. If you figured out how to do it in this lifetime, and magically you know how to do this, I guess, ritual, spell to, like, you know, reach the next version of yourself, so you don't do this again, show me. I already figured out in this lifetime at 39. All my tattoos, 39. 18 at heart, I just turned 44. The last 5 years of my life, I'm blessed. Nothing against my exes, my past pain, my toxic love, trauma, child trauma. All my family to this day, nothing against them. They're stuck on what? The generational cycle. And higher source, the triggering subject, can't do it for you. Respectfully, if Jesus, God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, the spiritual universe, Muhammad, your ancestors can do it for you, quote unquote. And once again, everyone's who believes. Then why are you suffering to this day? Especially if you're involved in a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship. Make that shit make sense. You think higher source is suffering? If they're not suffering, and you're suffering, why? I'm a single father of kids. I lost two families. If I'm not suffering, and you have no kids, why are you suffering? Respectfully, make that shit make sense, you know. How do I grab my faith with my World War III on its way? Oh, Trisha, the man-made wars, those are man-made wars. They're not God-made wars, first and foremost. Don't get involved with that. It sucks the whole thing with ICE and bullshit, all these man-made wars, gang mafiosos. Those are all called man-made wars. I keep it simple, black and white. I'm gonna get tatted on my back. You mentioned me, shirt to hoodie. It's gonna say, what's it gonna say? It's gonna say to trigger everybody, right? Especially boys and girls are too narcissistic, because their god is physical fights every which way, right? So here's the kicker. It's gonna say monkeys can fight monkeys. A monkey can pull a trigger, but can a monkey speak? So are you a monkey narcissistic or a human empathetic? Use your words. Words get deeper than knife. Shots fired to everybody. What? All you circles and zombies, addicts and addiction. You're too narcissistic. You can't handle words, and you want to resort to violence. Cool, you lost. Like Bruce said, if I have to fight, I already lost the war. I don't have to fight physically. Fight nobody. These words cut deeper than a knife, especially when you hear the truth about yourself. Everyone's robotic, man. You're either too narcissistic, my tattoos, you're a circle, or a zombie, and that's an addiction. Simple as that. You know, you're the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. And just because you say you go to church, God, Buddha, it does not matter. Actions speak louder than the words. And I'll call you out. Well, if you're religious, right, and you say you're a good person, why are you fucking over your partner? And that's the partner you love. Would Jesus do that? Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, whatever term you want to use, it will be tatted on my body. Eventually, I make shirts and hoodies. And here's the best part: when I make my shirts and hoodies, I put all these platforms. I don't gotta open my mouth. These petty words in my body, working on my back, will trigger the whole universe. Especially who? All the fucking circles, the zombies, addicts and addiction. Every single one of them. When I was a little kid, I imagine you guys too, right? Marry more in America wise. You know, you got the DARE program. You see, respectfully, all these homeless people. And they're all being homeless, but the addicts and shit. Like you as a little kid, when I grew up, I want to be a zombie and addicts and addiction. Everyone's robotic, man. You want to fall on your face. You believe Big Pharma will do it for you. Everyone with my face tattoo, we all got a broken heart. We all got toxic love, and we're fucking numb. Middle school, high school, that's when you get destroyed. Because magically you think, because of bullshit feelings, because feelings aren't factual, that magically somebody in middle school, high school will match my energy. And when you know this terminology, that I for love, they all for love too. They can verbalize that shit. I love you, Wow. How many people told you I love you and they fucked you over? Many, right? So how's that shit working out for you, man? That's why your mind, which I say, every other terminology, your mind is comprehension. Your mind is love. Your mind says, the fucking door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to. Your heart says what? No. I pray if I will manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors, magically wake up my partner so she loves me, he loves me like I love her, like I love him. How many weeks, months, years, babies, marriages to be will that finally happen? Respectfully. If higher source wants you to leave, but where you leave? You know, Allah wants you to change, but will you change? Buddha, I'm tired. Buddha wants you to stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, but will you stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships? The universe wants you to stop being a zombie, an addict and addiction, but will you stop being a zombie, an addict and addiction? Oh my gosh, lives are hard, black and white, straight to the point. And that little saying eventually be tatted on my back. To call everybody out, what? If higher source is not suffering, higher source is love, quote unquote. So love can't hurt. Highly impossible. I told Queen at the farmer's market. She's like, what do you mean by that? We all say love hurts, breakups, divorces, right? Try to do co-parenting. Love can't hurt. If higher source is love, it can't hurt. Highly impossible. It's Bible talk. Everyone says the same shit. In the beginning, right? In the beginning, love. So when did it go from love, in the beginning, Bible talk, spiritual talk, right, to toxic love? The red flags. Less texting, less calling. You're in the same fucking bed, can't talk to each other about I love you verbally. You can say I love you all you want. You ain't talking to each other. Potentially for both of you, that's your love language. Nothing against you. If you're both on the same page, it's a two-sided relationship, not one-sided, you know? And that's the shit for everybody out there, man. Just fooling you. Once again, no one has to comprehend this shit. But what does everybody bitch about? Toxic relationships. You know, love hurts. No, it doesn't hurt at all. I promise you 1,000 toxic love. Toxic love, which I'm gonna turn my back and say toxic love, it hurts. Why? You love somebody that doesn't love you back. You match energy, they take your energy. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, potentially even in your own life, especially you empathetic queens. How many queens should be living? Hella, thousands, zillions, but guess what? They're fucking bad boy, fuck boy, boyfriend, husband type of situation. Emotionally cheating, that's the first fucking red flags. Verbally abusive, cell phone passing boundaries, in the DMs, being a fuck boy, and then whooping your ass. All my tattoos, all these boys and girls turn narcissistic, they're your slave masters. They say, fuck your feelings. I'm empathetic queens and some kings. And you're what? You're the slave. The door's right there. Why don't you leave? You're scared, yeah, because they put fear in you. Yeah. Welcome to modern slavery. It happens every day above ground. And all you parents that, for sure verbally, right, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and then physically whip your kid's ass. You're the slave master and your kid is your slave. Oh my gosh. It happens every day above ground. And then you claim to be, I'm a good person, I'm a religious person, spiritual person, atheist person, but you're doing wrong. You're not a good person. I'll let you know you're not a good person. And then they, well, then God could judge me. Everybody judges everybody. I get judged. I want you to judge me. Brown person with tattoos, behind the screen, face to face in Seattle. Everyone in Seattle, especially in the West, they be like, I look at you, your looks deceiving. Yeah, because you judged me, right? No, it's okay. I don't. Yo, queen. You can judge me. I want you to judge me, but here's the kicker. Now here's the best part. The only reason why we're speaking face to face, I don't know you from Adams, vice versa, right? Because my tattoos. No one in the universe has my tattoos. Nobody does. Show me anyone that has like positive words or negative words about life on their body. Not Bible talk, the Quran, Buddha scriptures, respectfully. Like, yo, like positive words and negative words, triggering words. You can't show me that, respectfully. I'm not saying better than anybody with tattoos, far from the situation. But these petty words, you look at me, it triggers you, that's my job, that's my gift. If it triggers you, what are you going to do about it? Work on those feelings, run from the feelings, call me out, cuss me out. I don't care about words. Words are irrelevant, respectfully, you know? Wow, amazing. First time you were on here, you was going through some things, and now you got us interested. Oh, no, I'm blessed, actually. Maybe like 5 years ago, yes. 5 years ago, I was losing my second family. That's when I started to check it out. Like this terminology, right? So it's factual. You don't have to comprehend this. Like, plant the seeds and knowledge metaphor. What I believe, higher source, right? And beings, this is my saying, which I'll be tatting on my back, it's going to say, higher source and beings, we're all communication, we're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend nobody. But if you have a conversation, you plant seeds. And the person that's hearing you, as long as they're patient enough or mind enough, they can water the seed, study, research the shit, or they can let the seed die. Welcome back, Queen. That is their choice, if you will, you know? Where you from? It's easy to say behind the screen, Seattle, Washington. How about yourself? You know, and that's it for everybody out there. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. But if you want to start the healing journey, I'll promise you this: you're ahead of life. The younger, as you get older, the younger the better. Because trust me, when you start the healing journey when you're older, you'd be like we all say the same shit. I wish I wish I was younger. It's, you know, the past's been written. If my parents taught me, it's been written. But the cool thing, you go on social media, do a podcast. This is a live podcast. Pay it forward to the universe. Nobody else to comprehend you, but all it takes is one person to make a comment or ask a question. To what? Spark conversations. Think is not knowing, judge is not knowing, assume is not knowing, gossip is not knowing. If you look at somebody, right, behind the screen, face to face, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you won't ever spark a conversation, you won't ever know. Ever. I am A scenario. You look at me, right? You're B. You don't make a comment, ask a question. So go gossip about me. Someone's eventually, hey, so you're prison tattoos, gang mafioso? Hoodlum? Oh, nah, far from, I look like 10 kilos, right? But respectfully, no. And I say respectfully, a lot of people, if these were prison tattoos, typically a lot of prisoners come out and they become what? I found Jesus God. They become Bible thumpers. And nothing wrong with God, higher source, but are you living the life of God as a being, as one being? If you are, what about your partner? Especially your partners. Everything matters by your side. Everybody else will come and go in life, but it's the person that you love, quote unquote, and you're an empathetic person and you can match energy. You know you offer love, and they don't offer love. Initially, they do. They sell dreams. When they go to talk to love, what's up, Miso? How you doing? Going, you know, and that's the shit. When they go to talk to love, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you choosing? To stay, to leave, through thick and thin? God can do it for them. Okay, I pray for you. Respectfully, I'm a raised Catholic. We're taught that God can do it for us. If that was factual, why is all your family till this day behind the screen? Your parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents, older cousins, older siblings still toxic as fuck, and they marry kids or a couple with kids, toxic as fuck, and they all go to church, pray, and manifest. You know, money, power, and fame. That's irrelevant. I'm happy your mammy rich, lupo rich, are you repo rich, spiritual, emotional, mental, whatever your higher source, that type of richness. Me, like, I'm single for 5 kids. Financial? What's money, man? I got a squad. I got a colony. I do co-parenting, right? But emotional, mental, spiritually upstairs, my mental health blessed. I love the universe. I'm a big care bear. I look at everybody. I pray for the universe. That's all I can do. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, if you're suffering, I'll go ahead and guide you, but I can't finish to save you at all. That is your healing journey if you want to start it. Nobody has to start it at all to form the whole universe, you know? But I promise you, once again, 1,000. If you start it, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of a lot of people. It's not a real competition. The healing journey is at your own pace. And remember this is your feelings. It's not nobody else's feelings. I'm a single father of kids once again. I can't fix, change, or save any of my kids. Physically, yes I could. Financially, if I have the money, yes I can. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no I can't. So anyone that you, like Mo myself, you're too pathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too naive, you call what? People pleasers. You believe, especially you queens, that maybe I'm the one, because what does everybody do? Everybody plays a role. I told the queen at the market. A lot of us, everyone, no matter what, plays the role up in stop. Sorry, boo-hoo me. I don't have no parents. I can't see my kids. My ex has destroyed me. Right, I get it. But the victim mentality, that story, how many people you gonna tell it to? To everybody? And then you catch feelings, and you start liking each other, connection, and then what? You think you're the one that can fix it and save them? Go fall on your face. Do what many of us. I pray for you. I go my day. I know you can't, but you can try. And then when you start complaining, oh, they take my energy. Well, I wonder why, because you can't control and protect their energy at all. At all. You can't do for nobody. Everyone's traumatized every which way, but you could definitely hold the hand and guide them. And if it becomes too toxic or they're too traumatized, the door's right there for everybody. The downfall when you're too empathetic, that's the Mrs. Day. You can give us 1,000 chances. I could be a fuckboy, body hopping the whole face, 20 baby moms, and you still praying, planning, hope, manifesting that magic you one day change my ways. And I've been doing I've been doing so much wrong to you, and you're still by my side. Like, you really think it's gonna work out in your favor? And when you figure it out after whatever time frame, like, damn, wasted 5 years. Initial victim mentality. Yeah, you wasted 5 years, but in reality, we wasted 5 years. It's just not you. We did. Two to make one, to have a kiddo, or to become one as a couple. 5 years gone. You can't get it back. You can't buy it back. God Almighty cannot give it back to you. It has been written. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by yourself as a partner? Make that shit make sense, and that would be tied to my body. After the midst of the day, she's like a little younger than I am. I'm 18 and a half, I just turned 44. She's 37, and I was like, she's like, man, you speak pretty good. I'm like, I worked on myself. I keep it simple as possible, so you don't waste your love, time, and feelings, your emotions on the wrong people. And if it does become from love to toxic, Queen, the door's right there. I'm talking to you face to face. Look around you, all these people. What I preach the full is a zillion people in the whole universe. Why would you stress about one? Dead ass, one. Look around you. Look on social media. Zillions of people, man. Why are you stressing about one? Make that make sense, but I get it. Trombone sucks. Your feelings, yes. You invested. You gave money to them. They sold you a dream, yes. I know, and it sucks. And if man-made bullshit is replaceable, you might not have the money to do it now, but here's the kicker. The door's right there. Go to that door. Don't feel guilty. Don't ever look back. For everyone out there, we got technology. We're so fucking fortunate with technology if you use it correctly every which way. So I'll tell everybody, stop being their mother. I took me today. Stop being their mother. Stop being their father. Stop being the probation officer. Like she was talking about her ex-wives. We get in a lot of trouble, right? And that's not your fucking. You got kids? No, you're blessed, Queen. Run. What? Run like Forrest Gump. He's not your kid. Here's the best part. I promise you $1 billion that I don't have. Break up with him, right? And he'll go on social media. My girlfriend broke up with me. She ghosted me, right? In the comments, in his DMs, he'll have straight gay trans after him. The question is, will he start his healing journey, fall back, be alone, try to feel his feelings, figure out why the exes failed, or do the body hop and whole phase, or jump into another relationship right away? But here's the kicker. Don't worry about that. Yes, easier said than done because of feelings. Fresh breakup type of situation if you get to that point, which is your choice if you will. But I promise you this, it's not going to work in your favor if you stay there tomorrow, a week, a year from now. And that's the shit. So, but yes, the reality you both gave each other 4 years. You can't get it back. So the attempts to not do this again and learn the hard way, hurt people. He hurt you, right? Heal people. I worked on myself. Healed. We heal people. We tell stories to God for warmth. So you don't keep doing this again and again and again. Do the victim mentality. Then what? Point the finger? Yeah, it's easier to point the finger. My ex fucked me over. My parents. Whatever. Say all that. Do all that. A zillion people, man. Why are you stressing about one? And that's the shit for everybody out there. And it sucks. It really does suck because a lot of us doing the hard way, especially when we become older. It'd be nice to talk to shit in school, but obviously, why would they teach? Here's the best part: these fucking weak ass elites. Why would the elites let us learn all this shit in middle school, high school, in the whole universe? Think about it. If you knew those conversations in middle school, high school, and you don't have to comprehend it, but you can be more observant. Yeah, king, queen, cosmetically you're beautiful. Inside you're broken, like you're lost. You're on a journey. I'm on a healing journey. I don't do opposite attract. What? I can't finish save you, but yes, you can pull whatever you want. But here's the kicker: you can pull them. But you can keep you? Can you keep them? Healthy relationships, toxic relationships. I don't deal with toxicity. What? I deal with, as they be honest all the time, I don't deal with girls at all. Boys and girls, I'll be your associate. I'll be your real support team. If you're not too toxic, your environment's not toxic, I'll even call you a friend. But I will not get involved with you as a partner, negative. As a girl, nope. Queen, I don't give a shit. You're 80 years old. You're up there in age. This is man-made age, but emotionally, spiritually, your maturity level, you're that mature of a 10-year-old, 20-year-old. Look how the way you're acting, the way you're being at your age. I don't deal with toxicity. And if that hurts your feelings, they're just words. That's why as a being, you should date yourself, get to know yourself. What are your boundaries? What are your love languages? What are your standards? If that's Japanese to you, TikTok, ChatGPT, see.ai. There's so much resources. And you don't have to comprehend any of this, but I'm trying to make it simple for you. What? Because once you comprehend what your boundaries are, your love language and your standards, the potential to be, you ask them the same thing. Yo, king, queen, what are your boundaries? What are your standards? What's your love languages? And they'd be like, what does that mean? Well, let me elaborate. Break down what yours are. And they say they still don't comprehend. They're on a journey. They're on a healing journey. Simple as that, for the most part. You can watch videos together. And just forewarn them, here, if you keep it 1,000 on real, which I do day one, yo queen, there's a way of function, there's who I am every which way. So, what you see, what you get for the most part. And here's the best part, I'm not saying everyone has technology, a lot of us have technology, these apps, quote unquote. Speed dating, man, which I'm so surprised with all this technology, all these platforms, all these categories, steps, counts. Yo, speed dating. Nobody has to talk to nobody at all before you shoot your shot. And before you shoot your shot, if you can't handle rejection, the word no, you don't shoot your shot. Dead the fuck ass, because everyone has narcissist traits. I got them, you got them, etc. So let's say they tell you no, and you snap, you're a bitch, you're ugly, you're stupid, whatever. I don't want you anyways. That's called reactive abuse. You're popping off because why? You got rejected. The devil comes out of you, and you would never heard of fly, but you claim to be religious, spiritual, atheist. Doesn't matter what you claim to be. A person told you no, and you got your feelings about it. Why? Talk to yourself. Why? Every which way, man. If not, then be mean to people and bully people because someone told you no. You can ask a question, and then here's the kicker. Even if you ask the question, they don't have to respond. They can look at you and say nothing to you. You just walk away. And then what do you do with that? That's why. But before it even gets to that point, because of technology, I say all the time, go speed dating. Your platforms, whatever you post, whatever you talk about, their platforms are potentially be the one that gets your attention. These feelings, quote unquote, whatever they post, whatever they talk about, just based off that, do you believe you'll get along? And don't fucking lie to yourself. Don't go down the rabbit hole and go in the future. Cute couple, married and cute kids. What the fuck? Just do that, say that, overthink, overlove, and when they tell you no, or guess what? Thank you for the comment, but just to let you know, I'm married. I got a boyfriend. I got a girlfriend. I used to be single. I don't be with nobody. I'm on my healing journey, or her journey, whatever term they use. But they told you no. Now what? Question your self-worth. The day goes to shit. And remember, there's a zillion people, and you're stressing about one person rejected you. That's how everybody study yourself, man. Date yourself, get to know yourself, and not then go through a lot of shit for the rest of your life. And that shit sucks, because once again, to the whole universe, I love asking this question. Do you know what love is? Do you comprehend what love is? If you knew what it was, why are you going to toxic relationships? Why do you live in fear that someone's going to leave you? Anyone could leave. To forewarn you. What are you chatting about tonight, friend? Hey, what's up, Mila? How you doing, Queen? Oh, just like, raw real life, raw real feelings. Right now, just rejection. A lot of people can handle rejection. If you can't handle rejection, work on yourself. Do the healing journey. No one has to say yes to you. And they say no. There's a zillion people, but once again, don't go like, body hopping or emotionally hopping type of situation. Study yourself every which way. And it's energy. You don't have to know. You can look at somebody, what? Cool, cosmetically beautiful. I'm not saying don't be attractive to potential to be, but study the energy. If you're in the healing journey, my situation, all I see is energy, man. Everywhere, positive, negative, no matter if you're atheist, religious, spiritual, whatever you claim to be. I just study you as a being. And from there, wise, your facial expressions, your eyes, your body language, your tone of voice, how you treat others, how you treat yourself, and then your environment. Before I even want to talk to you, especially the potential, So true, because my stalker couldn't handle rejection. Oh, and that's the thing. Yeah, boys and girls, especially more on the men's side, keep boys side, we're too narcissistic. We're raising correctly, especially in the ghetto hoods. Respect, triggering subject. Yes, you do have bad people in the suburbs, but for the most part in the suburbs, these boys and girls are narcissistic. They have money, power, and fame, right? So they're lawyer the fuck up, every which way. That's why they got money, power, and fame. And the ghetto hoods, not for the most part, but it's all toxic as fuck. And those boys hate rejection. That's why you communities from the ghetto hoods, you gotta be very careful of saying no. You gotta use a different terminology, because you can say no respectfully. They can stalk you, they can pop off, they can physically whoop your ass because you said no. And that's the shit. But before even any of that, it's like respectfully. I tell people I live in the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in it. It's the fucking weekend. I'm driving. I just got to the gym, right? What do you see? All the squad out there. My buddies back in the day, they would go. I wouldn't go out. I would be with them until they were about to go party and kick it. Nope, I'm not going out. Show me love in the ghetto hoods. Dead the fuck ass. Show me love in the ghetto hoods. You can't show me that shit. Kids have more of their love than adults. But teenagers, adults, you can't show me love. You can show me toxic love. All my tattoos. If I want toxic love, broken, codependent relations, where am I going to? Dead ass today. All the ghetto hoods universe. If I go to Seattle, downtown, all the south side Seattle. Dead the fuck ass. I have benefits every which way. It's a bloodbath every fucking weekend. I've been gone in Seattle for like 13 years. When I go there and visit, I'm just like, it's the technology, cosmetics evolving, but the people are not evolving. They're on a journey. Blue pillars, they're not on a healing journey. Now let's go downtown Seattle, the north side, the suburbs, the good areas. A lot of queens in the healing journey. They see my tattoos. We're talking like best friend. I don't know them from Adams, because all these are what? Healing notes and triggering words. Every which way. So true, because my stalker revoke and rejection. Exactly, 1,000 queen. And that's why you queens got to be very careful you get involved with. Every which way. And it doesn't matter what he claims to be. I'm a good person, religious person, spiritual person, atheist person. They're fucking titles every which way, but actually speak out in the words. And anybody, just to let you know, keep it simple, black and white. Anybody that bullies you, you're not like bullshitting, cracking jokes type of situation. No, like that has bullying you. They're not a good person. They can claim no, because then higher source won't bully me. So why do you call them out? Why do you bully me? But I love God. It's a term. Go to church. It's a building. It's a Bible, Quran, whatever term you want to use. But look at the way you're treating me. So you're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. That's like everybody out. My tattoos. Religious people, born as a Catholic. God is good, right? But what do I add to it? Both shoulders. God is good, but are you good? What? God is good, but are you good? Now, don't lie to yourself. So I tell everybody, man, if you want to figure out what love is, it comes from you first and foremost. This unconditional love. Kids, you was a kid. You gave your parents whoever raised you, caregivers, love to the fullest. Even if they verbally physically abused you, you're still there loving them. You might just like them hating for a millisecond, but you don't sit in your feelings forever. You're fucking shedding tears and still going on with your day, play with your siblings. You're not in these feelings till you go to middle school, high school, and you catch feelings, and they fuck you over. You fuck them over. Then now you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, insomnia, all these bullshit triggers, reactive abuse. And then overthinking, it's like, here we go. Because one person, once again, you sold them a dream, they sold you a dream. But here's the kicker. No one taught us this shit. Like, no one taught me middle school, high school, any of this bullshit. Or there's a Catholic church. Nothing wrong with church, God higher source. But no one told me, hey, just to let you know, religious, spiritual, that's cool and all. But the person by your side, what? The person you get involved with, that would change your whole fucking life. Relationships make you, break you, definitely destroy you. Just to forewarn you, you don't have to comprehend that. That's why I preach about Buddha. I heard Buddha, the term, many years ago, right? But Spotify, I'm door dashing, working out, going to see out the farmers markets. These road trips, as I'm dashing along, Buddha's teaching from Tati Tim. What a beast, man. I'm like, damn. I've been preaching about mind and body for 5 years now. I know 2,500 years ago, Buddha been preaching about that. So, once again, different generations, different terminology. But I do mind, body, and what? Toxic love, broken, core different relationships. It's the person by your side. No matter what, religious, spiritual, beautiful, exotic, money, power, and fame, college, it doesn't matter. Because you get a toxic relationship, because everything starts with love. Then it was a toxic. They, cheat on you, whatever the fuck, break up with you, trauma bond your ass. Now they own you, and you fucking give them so many chances. And you can't go to work because you're depressed. Yes, here we go. You're about to lose your job, everything. Go to, lose college because one person. Yeah, and it sucks. Because the codependency, I need them in my life. Yeah, we're brainwashed to need people, codependency. We need, kids, I'm a single father kids. Our kids need us for now. But our kids, like you was a kid, we was a kid, I was a kid, teenager, young adult, finally the household. Go to this fucked up matrix and try to survive this shit, but allow us wing life. And then we have kids and families to wing life. Winging life sucks, respectfully, but had it in the hard way. Now I just pay it forward, How you love yourself will reflect on the outside of how you love others and boundaries. Facts, 1,000 queen, very well said. And that's the thing, a lot of it, for the most part, I'm not saying all women, all men, no. A lot of women, for the most part, y'all empathetic. Y'all do the healing journey. You might not say that terminology, but you do a lot better. Beautiful energy every which way. Even if, once again, they go from the ghetto hoods. They're even narcissistic. I speak to a lot of them. They're trying to change the way, but the downfall is your environment. If you allow your environment to dictate your life and your family and friends, well, that's what it is. I grew up in the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in this shit. Everybody see me in Eastern Washington, in and out. And here's the best part. You can't fucking miss me at all. Highly impossible. The way I dress, my tattoos, or whatnot. You can't miss me. But once again, I'm a homebody. If I lived in Seattle, north side, in the suburbs, you'll see me in the streets. Hell yeah, because once again, the suburbs, you pay more to live because guess what? The kids can walk the streets freely. They'll get the looks, but for the most part, it's a lot better area. I live in Eastern Washington. There's the ghetto hoods. It's not a good area in the overall, So I just chill at the crib. I love being home anyways. Because that's the thing for everybody out there. Like, the intent when you go home, are you happy to go home? Or are you dreading to go home? Religious talk, right? And you can be atheist. You're going to hear the term heaven and hell. No one has to die to go to heaven and hell. Dead the fuck ass. Nobody does. Every day above ground, how are both your four walls? Your mental home and your physical home. Is it heaven? Is it hell? If you wake up tomorrow morning in a toxic relationship, your partner's fucking sleeping, verbally, mentally, fuck them. And you just woke up to your dungeon, you're set to see hell on earth. You love your job, the universe, matrix, God, Buddha, church, etc. You travel, but then you're traveling back from Hawaii, had a good time with your peoples, whatever, or by yourself, and you're fucking flying back. Fuck, I gotta deal with her. Why do you have to? You have nowhere else to go to. Nowhere else to go to. Why do you have to go back to them? And that's why it's day by day babies. Maybe not today, you might not leave. Maybe tomorrow, a week from now, a year. The sooner the better. The sooner the better, man. Because if you don't got you, then who got you? Your partner that you're not happy with, they don't have you, obviously, respectfully, you know. Environments can cause people to be stuck in a dead end cycle. Facts. But have a good night, sweetie. Oh yeah, thank you, Mila. Thank you, Queen. Oh yeah, facts on that note. And that's why I preach about environments to the fullest. Like, once again, I live in the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in it. Everyone needs to watch and think I'm crazy. They all look at me, and they're all religious, spiritual, good people, quote unquote, right? Atheist people, but in their eyes, I'm the devil because having tattoos is wrong. And I get it, different areas, environments, and you know, it's cool with me. I love my tattoos. There are no regrets at all. I'm getting more. Because why? They're just words. If these words trigger you, I did my job. Now the question is, do you want to talk about it? Nobody has to talk to me at all. But I already know, once again, Eastern Washington, analogy, metaphor, my hell on earth. The west side, the best side, Seattle, please, especially the north side, the suburbs, my heaven on earth. I get all we Spanish say there's no like bragging rights. I'm like famous in Seattle because the queen's all like, hey, can I take pictures? Do you think? Where do I start? Wherever you want to. Yeah, more tattoos. Put my sleeve. Oh yeah, no, I got my arms. Trying to finish my arms. I have bald spots, and then working on my chest, working on my back. Really? That's it. What are you just doing? What are you pictures? Nah, I might. It's a high might. I might get a image of Buddha. Because respect when I say this, he's a beast. If you want to do the healing journey a lot faster, a lot quicker, I'm not saying become a Buddhist. Study Buddhist teachings. Go on Spotify, talk to Tim. A beast. And that cat's maybe like 65. I'm assuming. I didn't ask him like 65, 70-ish wise. And he's born raised as a Buddhist. Actually, through messenger wise. That's the cool thing is potentially when you go on these platforms, you can make comments, ask questions. They might respond. You know, on Spotify, we said, hey, you can comment on Spotify, go on my Facebook, YouTube, and I reached out to him. And I was like, oh, maybe. A lot of people verbalize it because they do it for the clout. Oh, you know, you can reach out to me, etc. I'll respond. And you reach out, they don't respond. If you think about it, especially if they have numbers, they're not going to respond because they're probably too busy or they have their own people type of situation. But my situation, actually going back and forth on my Facebook. So he's born raised a Buddhist. He actually started getting back into Buddhism-wise, studying Buddhist teachings at like 49, I believe. I think also, respect me, I can tell you a little older than I am, right? And then he's like, I just been vibing with them. He's like, all this time I was born and raised as a Buddhist, and I read it many times. I told him, yeah, I'm raised a Catholic. I read the Bible, but here's the kick of respect when I say this. The Old Testament, God's pretty narcissistic. Respect when I say that. New Testament, vibe with Jesus. He's more empathetic. You know, like, respect when I say that. Everyone has their own beliefs, but with Buddha-wise, he keeps it very simple. Mind, body. That's it. Anyone triggers you, who did it or what did it, and when you figure out who it is or what it was, what are you going to do about it? I don't know. Maybe not today, try tomorrow. That's why if you control your thoughts best as possible and your triggers and the people around you in your environment, you'll have a better outcome. Because you go, oh, that person bothered me because whatever, they bullied me. You know, you don't talk to nobody at all. You can cut them off. And the cool thing about technology, maybe locally you have no one to talk to. Eastern Washington, beautiful boys and girls. I don't say men and women. There's only like two kids I talk to. I call them women. They're in the healing journey. We have those conversations, you know. The rest of the boys and girls, in my own family, like they'll be like, oh, you know, you're still stuck in your ex. You do your podcast still. Like you can say I'm stuck on my ex, but here's the best part: 5 years after my breakup, co-parenting as best as possible. Y'all still together, and he's still a fuck boy, and you guys go to church for what reason? And they get all pissed. I'm like, nah, I fucked up your day. Now get in the car and argue about me. There's no reason to go to church for, because God's not gonna do it for you at all, respectfully, because both of you can leave each other whenever you want to. Easier said than done. I know you got kids. It sucks. It hurts. But guess what? Or here once again. This is not my gift. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic. None of that. But I can tell you your future. Look at your toxic family. Look at your toxic parents and grandparents. Still together, miserable as fuck, and your father, grandfather still being a fuck boy till this fucking day in 2025 in June. And so there's your future. What? Queens, there's your future. 10 years from now, whatever the age gap is between your parents, whichever the toxic family, your parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, look at the age gap. They're still together and miserable as fuck. So 20 years from now, there's your future. And it doesn't matter what you achieve in life. Money, power, and fame, Gucci Prada, does not matter. Because you're gonna bitch about the person every day above ground by your fucking side. Welcome to your dungeon, your stance to your hell on earth. I pray for you and the whole universe. I go my day in my life. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Yeah, it's free. Everyone's got free one choice. Every day above ground, we all got what? Free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic? The nice and natural. To be narcissistic? The bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you are choosing. Black and white, straight to the point. And once again, no one has to comprehend anything I just told you, but I kept it really simple. And that's the cool thing about people on the healing journey, especially on these platforms. Fuck, I love social media. If you use it correctly, if you study this shit, if you want to feel these feelings, I promise you, anything you're going through, anything, any of your feelings, I'm sad. Type it in TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. You know, there's got to be some form on there. Some people talking about it. Professional people like myself, personal experience, just challenge stories. You don't comprehend nobody, but maybe there's something to say that might intrigue you, get your attention. That's a positive. That's what I'm going to say at the farmer's market. I love it there. Have conversations about all this every day. That you don't get bothered by that? No, I love this. I love these conversations because once again, I am blessed. I'm talking to you face to face, behind the screen. When I go home, I'm not trying to go home. I'm not. Yes, I don't have a partner. 3 years single. I'm alone physically. Got my kiddos co-parenting, right? But the nighttime, I'm not lonely. There is no loneliness issues. Initially, it is very scary. Trust me. Fall back, be alone, no partner at all. Everyone's got partners, be it toxic relationships or healthy relationships, or let's say roommates or kids, whatever, right? They have a physical body by their side, in the same household. It's just you and your four walls. So initially, it is scary. That's why a lot of people start the healing journey, and they get scared. Fuck this shit, and they jump into the body hopping the whole phase, jump into relates right away. No time to heal. And then you bring your past to present. You bring your trauma, insecurities to the new partner. I love you. Everyone says the shit and same thing in the beginning, then it goes to toxic. Why they go toxic? Don't do that, man. Fall back and study this. Have a real support team, have these conversations. But when you have a real support teams, everybody has their own lives. Eventually, you can reach out to them. They might not respond. Hey, I'll hit you up tomorrow. I'm busy. And now you're like, oh, I'm scared. I'm depressed. PTSD. I'm thinking about my ex. What do I do with these feelings? So I tell people that the best therapist counts is who? The person married you. Everyone's unique. Technology. Do audio blogs. I'm streaming on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones, right? And then when you're ready to do video blogs, study yourself. See, you're actually lying to yourself, or you're being honest with yourself. A lot of us, we lie to ourselves. I'm doing good, no contact, I'm healing. You can say I'm woke. Actions speak down the words, just to let you know. But let me play some clips really fast.
Anyways. Call me crazy, I don't care. I've been called it before. Anyways. Do y'all not think that demons walk around the earth? They're literally doing rituals on stage. Bonnie Blue is a walking succubus. We literally have a succubus on earth in flesh, which there's probably more, obviously. There's more succubus. But there's so much stuff going on in the spiritual realm, and everyone is blind. Prophecies are coming true, and people still don't believe in Jesus. We literally have demons walking among us. Y'all need to know how to rebuke them and say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus anytime you feel like somebody's weird around you. Because I've literally done it, and people have quit talking or forgot their thought. Because I knew they weren't supposed to be talking. Because it wasn't them. I can hear it. It's literally, it's a gift. It's a bit of discontentment. But, y'all be careful out here.
You can try that. That's spiritual talk, man. Like, someone's bothering you, they're too narcissistic, these terms. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Say that. Drop that line. They can react. They can look at you like, what are you talking about? They can whoop your ass if they want to. Like, that's spiritual talk. Me personally, once again, that's cool. Spirituality talk, that's awesome. But here's the kicker: like I talk, especially the queens, you can be religious, spiritual, whatever you claim to be. But ready for this? How are you gonna talk to love, broken, codependent relationship once again? How do you have someone sell you a dream? Once again for everybody out there, it's the person by your side. No matter what category you want to put yourself in, the spirituality, in the healing journey, it doesn't matter what you claim to be. To forewarn you, because no one taught me this shit till 5 years ago. If you're my real support team, what? It's the person by your side. You're king. You're doing a healing journey. Stay strong. Be alone for a minute. Try for these feelings. Date yourself. Get to know yourself. What your boundaries, what your standard, what your love languages are. When you comprehend that, now you observe the potential queens to be by your side. Or go fall on your face and I love you, W, cosmetically, lock eyes, physical touch, awesome, yeah, A for effort, and then whatever, 2-4 weeks later, a year starts falling apart. Now what? You can wing it through thick and thin, squash it. What is it? Damn, it failed again. Why so fast? And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, when people start breaking trust and loyalty, who do you trust? That's the shit. Who do you trust? But to forewarn you, like the last potential to be, which I love for this, right? Remember, not my girlfriend. I'm at the farmer market, Seattle wise. Like grow with each other, last dying breath, forever. And marriage is not factual. Because one day she told me like, I love saying that, she's like, let's say we're together, a couple, 5 years strong type of situation. Now I wake up, I tell you, I don't want to do this no more. You ready for that? I go, babe, I tell you day one, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. I asked her the same thing to match energy, real psychology. Are you ready for that? She's like, I don't know. There it is. So more likely, there it is. So more likely you're scared of that. Which is cool. Which is totally cool. But once again, tell everybody out there, like, if you can't control your feelings and you think you're ready, but think is not knowing. Think is not knowing, man. And don't be pressured to get involved with somebody. A lot of queens, for the most part, y'all more empathetic. And these narcissistic boys pressure you and shit. We could try this and that. Like, don't fall. If you're not ready, you're not ready, man. Don't get pressured to the situation. If you do, in the beginning, lovey-dovey, and after whatever, 30, which nowadays, that's the type of like 90-day fiance. That's what I give everybody. 30, 60, 90 days, and that's all I'll give you guys. In the beginning, lovey-dovey, and now it's toxic after 60 days, 10 days, 80 days. What happened? Look at fucking Kevin Gates and Brittany, whatever her name is, respectfully. But nothing, those two respectfully. The only reason why Kevin Gates speaks like spiritual talk because his wife, Drecka. That's the only reason why. Kevin Gates, they're like I am. Brittany, they're like I. Both of them, they're both fucking circles. They're too narcissistic. Money, power, and fame. They can speak positive. A lot of Buddhas say these terms, but as beings, their energy is too toxic. They're too narcissistic. They offer toxic love and lust. Trauma bonds, toxicity, drama, and bullshit. Let's say Brittany's my first baby moms. I don't fuck with her like I is. All my tattoos, I don't fuck with no girl from the ghetto hoods at all. At all. Only she's a woman that's healing, preferably healed. I'm at the Spanish culture. Hispanic, the Spaniards. Only she's a woman that's healing, preferably healed. There's not many out there. I speak to many brown girls. I'm like, Queen, yeah, cosmetically, you're beautiful. Inside, you're broken like you're lost. And you go to church, A for effort. Just to let you know, I'm born as a Catholic. Higher source can't do it for you at all. Because higher source is not toxic, not yelling, acting funny, stuck in the X, bitter, hateful. Nothing. What you're doing. But you can pray for hope manifest all you want. Just to let you know the answer. Higher source can't do it for you. Because that is your free own choice to change your ways to be better for yourself. And stop being in these toxic ass relationships or dealing with toxic people. Anyone that says all my exes are crazy, they're all toxic. You know why? Because you're toxic and you're crazy. Because all you know is all my tattoos. Toxic love. You don't know what love is. And the day you do get love, because like you're the old version of myself, you might call love boring. It's scary. Or you're so traumatized because it's too good to be true. Before they cheat on me, I'll cheat on them. Before they ghost me, I'll ghost them. Before they break up me, I'll break up with them. Say that, do that. And then go back to what? Go back to your exes or people like your exes. Emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, passing by on cell phones, breaking shit, jealous and trolling, and fucking physically whooping your ass and being fucked by fuck girls. You're the housewife, house husband. They got the work wife, work husband, clubs everywhere. That's called the toxic love. Fuck all that bullshit. Respectfully, I don't recommend that. But if you want to, that is your choice. If you will, every which way. Someone singing that Queen, that clip that I just played. You don't see what I see. You hear somebody speaking. That's spirit. Once I went to her page on TikTok, she's that's her realm, the spirituality, which is nothing wrong. It's beautiful. The downfall is when you're in a toxic relationship. Then what? I'll call you out. I'll go on your post. I've been following you. Another toxic relationship. How? But you talk about positivity, whatever you claim to be religious, spiritual, atheist, whatever. God, I've heard all the terms. But how are you in a toxic love, broken, coded relationship? How did he or she sell you even respectfully to call you out? Why are you going on social media playing the role of victim once again? In this lifetime, how many bodies are you going through to figure out what love is? Respectfully, you know?
A narcissist's favorite.
What is a narcissist to you?
A narcissist's favorite way to manipulate will always be to acknowledge only the reactions to a scenario, but never to acknowledge their own actions that caused that scenario.
I'm gonna keep it super simple.
Okay.
I think it's just somebody who puts their own feelings before your own and makes it all about themselves.
Somebody who doesn't take accountability
And
for their actions and decides to flip it on you and gaslight you to think that it was your fault for what they did. They're always pointing the finger at somebody else.
It wasn't my fault, but why did you react the way that you did?
Well, why did you do that?
It's not about me, it's about you right now.
It's
made
why
me
did you
act
do
this
that?
way.
See? And you keep overreacting. That makes me this way. Why are you doing
This
this?
started months ago, and this is just a lead up to it.
yeah, because you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
If you
and
would just stop being
think
so
about yourself
dramatic,
first.
Change?
if you
Well,
would
would I be
change,
dramatic? Would I be dramatic if you weren't the way that you are?
So that podcast right there is called they're famous on me personally when it first came out like 3 years ago, I believe 4 years ago. The podcast is called A Toast to Life podcast. They're from California, and we're supposed to say this: they're brown, I'm brown. They're Chicanos, I'm Chicano, Mexican American, first generation, right? So we're supposed to say this. So because of TikTok, you know, I heard the term in 2000. As it says, narcissist. My word, empathist. It's empath, but I made empathist to make it even, right? So in the brown culture, and many cultures also, we don't know this terminology at all, right? So in the brown culture, just because of TikTok, narcissist. And once again, he just got a cell phone. He went on Google. He read the definition, and that's it. So me personally, I tell the queens all the time, to forewarn you, it's fair in a positive manner, and you don't have to comprehend that it's your choice, free will. If you're not part of the Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniard, male, female, Latina, Latino, you want to date us brown boys to put fear in you. You don't have to comprehend. It's at your own risk. 80% of the whole universe, 80% of brown boys are fuck boys. Machistas, narcissists, aka narcissistic. They do machismo, narcissism, and double standards. So you got dressed like a nun, talk to nobody, but he could be a fuck boy, emotion cheating in front of your face, and he'll do all that shit. And here's the best part: look at study his family, toxic as fuck. And back in the day, when he brings you to the family, introduces the family, that was something special. Nowadays in 2025, that don't mean shit. All the family knows he's the fuck boy, and they won't say shit till after the fact. After the fact, now to be your hey, auntie's cousin, whoever the fuck, male, females. Hey, I should have told you in the beginning, but my son, my nephew, my grandkid, they're fuck boys. What? You're the sixth girlfriend in 3 months. What? But he introduced you to us, but yes, well, we're used to this. So that doesn't mean shit no more. Maybe in third world countries, because third world countries for the most part are traditional. In America, that don't mean shit. It's just a tradition out the fucking door. So, and they're hard workers, right? But they don't work on relationships. And God, Buddha does not matter. That's why brown boys hate my ass every which way. Because I say all the time, 99.9% of the Spanish culture, Hispanic and Spaniards cannot think shit about life at all. I work hard, that's whatever. You're a hard worker, right? So you treat everybody else good, but your partner. I used to be like you. You know, I wasn't a physical abuser. I was verbal, emotionally, spiritually abusive, verbally abusive. And words cut deeper than a knife. But here's the kicker. I'm strong with words. I don't give a shit about words. My first baby mom destroyed the fuck out of me. We spent child trauma with my pops, right? And then my first baby mom. After that, I didn't give a shit about words at all, respectfully. Like, words, why do I give a shit about words? But remember this, just because I'm strong, doesn't mean everybody else is strong with words. They can handle words. So that's why you have to be very careful with your words too. Your partners, especially your kiddos, to forewarn you. That's the worst people. Everybody you will hurt with words. Everybody else you will. But your partners, especially your kiddos, to rekindle those relationships is really hard to do, especially with your kids. But it's not ever too late. And you just keep telling your kiddos, yo, like, my situation, I tell my kids, 5 years ago, your mom left me, right? Especially my boy said, because it's tough to be a moms, you know? So it's on my healing journey. So now I'm talking to you more. I'm elaborating. I tell them my tattoos. I don't want you to become your mother and father. Like, I want you to have a better outcome, especially you as an individual. Learn to love yourself. Be selfish in a positive manner. Depends to be that he or she matches whatever you're into. Their, you know, your energy. And become a two-sided relationship. Communication, comprehension, best as possible. Have all this conversation. Become a power couple, quote unquote. But for the whole universe, you could be a power couple, but everyone's traumatized. People will shoot their shot, knowing you're involved, knowing you're married. They give no fucks. But I call everybody out. If you know someone's in a relationship and you want to shoot your shot, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person. You're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. That's your narcissist traits. Everyone has, you don't have to, the term narcissist, you don't get fucking diagnosed. What are you? Are you the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl? Here's the best way. You can lie to yourself. You can lie to me. I'm an angel. Cool, bet. I'm about to go investigate. I'm about to go to your blog, talk to your family and friends, go on social media, talk to your exes. To research. Why research? Don't be scared. You say you're a good person. If you're a good person, the community will tell me. They'll let me know. Oh, him, her? Oh, no, fuck. They're the devil. Well, they're troublemakers. Don't get involved with them. Cool. I'll think if everyone's telling me that on the overall, I ain't fucking with you. You can like me all you want. Nope. Respectfully, cosmetically beautiful. But your body, your beauty, your looks, your lust, your job, money, car, home, and mammy bullshit can't talk to me. Well, your body's physical. Your mind tells your mouth to move how these words come out. Respect my energy too strong for you. I don't deal with toxicity. But yeah, it's been cosmetically beautiful. And don't worry, just because I rejected you, the person behind me, especially the female, you have thousands of options. Especially the cell phones. Your DMs are fucking lit. I already know that. But here's the kicker. But how are you as an individual? As one individual. That's a shit for everybody out there. So narcissist, everywhere cheap. That's a person that's just too narcissistic. Keep it simple, black and white. All these bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls. If you want to use the term, I use the word narcissistic. But use the word narcissist. Keep it simple. They're all narcissists. What? They choose to do bad. So they can act nice, be narcissistic. They can't be nice. They'll be nice to others. Right? They'll be nice to you initially because they can act nice. They can't be nice, at least not yet, because they are on a journey. They're not on a healing journey. That's what I'm saying. If you're on a healing journey, vibe with people that are on the healing journey if you want a better overall life, a better, less stressful life. But if you want to do opposite track, that's my people. That's what my go fall on your face. Let them, especially when you're too pathetic. You're called a people pleaser like I was. You know, it makes you feel good, help other people out. Yeah. And then put yourself on the back burner, and then fucking go on social media, tell the whole world, and pay the until yourself, boo-hoo me. Everybody uses me, yeah, because you allow yourself to get used, because you don't have realized boundaries. You don't know how to say no. You don't have to be mean to them because they're being mean to you. Reverse psychology and spirituality talk. By you allowing it, you're being mean to yourself, hurting your own feelings. Make that shit make sense, you know. Hey, number one, how you doing? How's it going?
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm blessed, thank you. So many boys, especially when I say this, when guys come on these platforms, especially in the box, like they're just like a lot of trolls and bullshit. Like they have no respect for you. A lot of us men that keep boys narcissistic, they don't do a healing journey, man. They don't. They'll be on a journey, definitely a journey. But once again, set all these goals you want, which I call hurdles. My knowledge and metaphor. What? Get a better job, BBLs, money, power, and fame. Do what you gotta do. You stay on a journey, and then whatever you achieve in life, how long you happy for? The dopamine high, a second, a minute, especially with jobs. Tell everybody you put on social media, I love my job. Like I did, I love my people, they pay me good, I get along with everybody, and fucking 30, 60 days, 90 days tops, you're already fucking applying for jobs. And then people are like, but you posted and you talked about it. I don't know, it's not for me. Because guess what? Everything's tried from home. When you're in toxic relationships, it's not the jobs, it's not the people around you for the most part. You know, you have people that are toxic for sure, but it's a person by your side. The intent is that you're bringing your problems from home to work problems to home, quote unquote. Easier said than done, but everything's tried from home. Because you have a shitty job, stressful, toxic as fuck, but at least when you get in your car and you go home, fuck yeah. To yourself first and foremost, I'm a homeboy, I love chilling by myself. It'd be nice to have a partner, but I don't have a partner. But let's say I did, and she's a badass individual like my last ex. I'm fucking having a badass day, like hell yeah. I know when I go home, I'm blessed. I had a badass partner by my side. You know, it was shit didn't work, shit in the matrix, but overall, I'm blessed as to be in. I got a badass partner, do my kids co-parenting, I'm fucking good. You know, or shitty day at work, traffic and bullshit, and I deal with a toxic partner because we're in a toxic ass, love, broken, co-different relationship and shit. Fuck all that. Now you going to your hell, your dungeon, your sentence, and your hell on earth. Everything starts from home. Straight to the fucking point. What? Everything? Everything. If you're not happy at home, the door's right there, Easy said and done. Isn't it hurt? Yes, it isn't a hurt, but that pain is not forever. It's only forever if you allow it to be forever, which is your choice and free will. And higher source, you don't comprehend this, can't do for you. They can't take all this pain from you. They want you to evolve, but will you evolve? That is your free will and choice, Higher source is not sad and depressed. They're not in toxic relationships. You are. So why are you sad and depressed? Why are you in toxic relationships? Why won't you leave? What are you scared of?
Found on that. Who's the prize? The man or the woman?
We're both the prize. I feel like it's really feminine for a man to say, I'm the prize. That's so crazy to me.
Wait. Expound on that.
Well, to be a prize insinuates that you're being won. So that means that you're not in the pursuit. You're not conquering. You are the one that's being chased after, which in terms is really quite feminine. However, if you know that you're a solid catch, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So men are the catch and women are the prize?
That's what I believe. But we're both the prize, ultimately. Like, the caveat to that is you are the prize when you have worked on yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and energetically. That's what I believe when you're an actual prize. Because just being here on this earth, look, there are participation awards. Some people are a participation award. You're in it and you're here, and that's great, and it's necessary because you wouldn't have first place, second place, third place without everybody that's participating, right? However, in order to be a prize, you've really got to do the work to win first place, second place, third place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My personal opinion.
And there's a lot of men who think they the prize out here.
That's so strange to me. But I do think it is important for people to know that, like, if they've done the work, as you should feel like you are a catch. You should feel like you're worth something.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
Yeah.
Me personally, that conversation, like man versus woman, who's the prize? I don't care. Like, what do you bring to the table? I just call those liberal conversations, entertainment conversations. That's all it is. You don't believe me? Go on TikTok, number one platform in the universe, right? Type in there. Go live, man versus woman. Who's the prize? What do you bring to the table? Everyone will come to your life. And all these good people, religious people, spiritual people, atheist people will start initially cool, but then be at each other's throats and, bullying bullshit and all that verbal abuse, threats and bullshit over a fucking simple question. Yeah, they're all entertainers. It doesn't matter what you claim to be. Like, why are you wasting your breath and energy on a bullshit man-made conversation? The only person a lot of people don't know this shit. The only person that you need, chase, compete, submit any validation from is who? The person mirror you. But if you're codependent universe like I was, many of us are, especially if you're too empathetic, because we're people pleasers, your validation from the whole universe. Because people make you feel good. So I'm going to take my back to call everybody the fuck out. If people make you feel good, if man-made bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense? And the answer is codependency. I need people. I need people to tell me I'm doing good. I need this job. I need these tattoos. I need money, power, and fame to feel good. It's cool. You might have it now, but you can lose everything in life. Because God, the universe, will always test you. And you had everything, now you lost everything. Literally lost everything. Trust me, Ben, I lost 2 families. But I lost a lot of shit in life. But remember, this man-made bullshit. Yes, it sucks. You invested your time, your money, and you lost everything. Now you're fucking down to fucking rock bottom, right? Numb as fuck, and now what do I do? Yeah, it sucks. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have no kids, respect, you blessed. Relationship toxic, the fucking door's right there. Be like, yo, that's everybody, all my one-on-one people in general, in Seattle at the farmer's market. Especially the queen, go to that door, be like Forrest Gump and run. Don't look back. What? Don't look back. Whatever happens to him, her, whatever you're into, that's not your fucking kid. That is an adult. That is an adult. Their social media, they make a post, they'll fucking be in a relationship today. Because all you empathetic queens, they're too empathetic wives. You believe you're the one, and he's gonna tell a sob story. And here's the kicker: that's why it's not a reason to competition, right? At all, first and foremost. But the one in the healing journey, especially after a breakup, divorce, If you fall back, be alone, start the healing journey, you actually win it not knowing. Your ex that moves the fuck on, typically right away, which is typically the males more narcissistic wise, because we're going to talk about the healing journey. Yes, but now they look lovey-dovey for the gram and bullshit, but like how you got destroyed, how he mistreated you, and the previous exes, he brings all that trauma to the new partner. How y'all got destroyed, she's about to get destroyed worse than all you put together. Hurt people, heal people. What do we do with heal people? But nobody can't do for you but you. To forewarn you, nobody has to comprehend that higher source. How's that working out for you? Respectfully. What's up, Slim? I'm doing good. How you been? How's life? How's everything? How's your health? You know? And that's for everybody out there. Once again, me, I don't care for those conversations. Respectfully. And this is DMX. You know, rest in peace. He was a beast with his music for sure, his lyrics, and you know his prayers. Beast as hell. I have to hear that, King. Hell yeah. Beast as hell. But respectfully, I say this, like in life, man. Like your future's in front of your face. I'm a single father, kids. I tell all my kids, man. I tell them all the time, shit out. The intent that you overall all you do decent good in life. I'm gonna hold you and get you as best as possible till you don't become your mother and father. You don't lose toxic relationships. You don't have kids at a young age. If you do, I'm here for you. But don't become us. Because if your relationship is toxic, I promise you 1,000, having a kid, getting married will not make it better. It's gonna be a bandage that cuts and wounds. And when the little one's here, then what? And then here's the kicker to call everybody the fuck out. You queens. My tattoos, he can become a Debbie father. Get up and leave. Fuck this amount. That's his free will and choice. But here's the kicker. Nothing against my first baby moms, right? The mother of our daughters. What you gonna call it? Debbie mother. She's on a journey. She's on a healing journey. Nothing against her. But here's the kicker. Like, she doesn't have to talk to me at all. That is her choice, free will. But why give up on why give up on your seeds, your little ones? Therapy counter talk. Your kids are, and every kid in the universe, that's your inner child. Because they don't know shit about life. They're just little kids growing up, trying to make wing life and be happy. All they give a fuck about being happy. And now you're taking the energy. And that's why it's called child trauma. Everything starts from home, you know? It makes life worse. It can. It definitely can if you allow to. That's why I go life for the universe. I winged life till I was 39. In this lifetime, till I was 39, winging fucking life. I pray. I don't manifest. I use that for the spiritual universe. I pray about how manifest the higher source would change my first baby mom so she wakes up one day and she loves me like I love her. 12 years too fucking long till I finally walk the fuck away and sacrifice our 3 daughters. It sucks and it hurts, yeah, but here's the kicker. Or I gotta stay there and become all my toxic family. 12 years, that's a fucking long time. You know, and I do my one-on-ones, I tell the kings, especially the queens, like, how long you been together for? 1 year? You ready to do 12 years? What? No. Well, verbally you say no. Time does not stop for nobody. It's a man-made time. And then from there, now you're 2 years in, 3 years in, 4 years in. I'm gonna ask you, what happened? 4 years? You told me 3 years ago. No, and it's 3 years after the fact. The door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to, you know? Hey, what's up, Darcy? How you doing? Queen? How's it going? How you been? You know? And that's the shit for everybody out there. But anyways, let me play this clip. Facts, 1,000.
Let us pray. Father God, I am just learning how to pray. Bear with me. First, I thank you for the life of everyone that's here with me. Then I thank you for the love you give me. Why? I don't know. I don't deserve it. It hurts inside. Many a nights I cried and called your name out loud, but didn't call you when I was doing good. Too proud. Yet still you gave me love. I wasn't used to that. See, most of the people that gave me love ended up taking it back. This is something new to me, so I'm asking you for time to adjust. Let me make it there. I will be one you can trust. What I stand for, I put my life on, I do. I guess what I'm asking is, show me how to stand for you. And I will rap for you, sing for you, reach for you, preach for you, teach for you. I will love you like you love me, unconditionally. And whenever I go, before I go, let me give thanks to you, Lord, for my birth and for every day that I've lived. You gave me a love most of my life I didn't know was there. In the name of Jesus, I give you my life, because you can. Amen.
Deep, rest in peace. That was DMX. I love my babies, but sometimes I wish I could have chose different baby mamas. But everyone we meet is a lesson. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, very well said. It's a tat on my back, right? Tristan was saying, everyone comes in life is a blessing. When they leave, what is a lesson? So I had two more to go deep about it. So on my back it says, everyone comes in as a blessing. When they leave, what is a lesson? Be a positive or negative. There's always lessons to be learned. Once you detox from codependency, you want fear to be alone, lonely, loneliness. You just don't know that yet. And that's why when they're the ones that are here now, right? The intent is co-parenting best as possible. Sometimes easier said than done. If your ex is too toxic, too narcissistic, and they're better hateful because everyone has narcissistic traits because they're not together. Y'all hate each other in the relationship, and now after the relationship, you came into co-parenting. Your kids are already traumatized because the family fell apart. The parents aren't together. You know that, right? And now you hurt them even more, traumatize them more than they already are. That's why you do parallel parenting, courts best as possible, and then you teach your kiddos like, don't become us. I tell my 8 kids, don't become your parents. Look at that, we're not together. I tell especially my boys, because obviously the first baby mom's not here, right? But we're talking to you. You know, she got her hubby. I'm happy for them. I go that your mom's and her hubs. That should have been us, but no, your mom and I were on a healing journey. I mean, on a journey, not a healing journey. That's why I'm on tattoos. That's my sons. They be like, "Does he have tattoos?" Straight to the point. All these petty words. 95% of the universe. My number to the whole universe. All these tattoos are your cuts and wounds. You might be in the healing journey, right? But are you healed? Are these tattoos your scars? These are all my scars. I see all these tattoos. My mother and boys, you know, right here. Love, respect her. She's the last queen this lifetime. I'll ever hurt my words, ever. I'll tell you the truth. I won't sell you a dream. I'm not trying to sell nobody a dream at all. And that's for everybody out there. If you want love, don't sell people dreams. Keep it 100, I'll sell you a dream. Keep it 1,000, why 1,000? I want your mind, body, heart, soul, and self-love 1,000. Don't sell me a dream. And if you try to, I will call you out on your shit. And if you don't like that, King, the door's right there. You leave whenever you want to. I don't own you. Everyone's got free will and choice. If my energy's too strong, keep going. You know, respectfully. A zillion people in the whole universe, why are you stressing about one? Make that shit make sense, you know? Hey, what's up, Cleopatra, Ben Queen? I feel you, 1,000. That shadow work has been my main focus. Goals late. Yeah, that's the intent. Fall back, start the healing journey, and then, what do I say? I have too many sayings. You want to fall back, start your healing journey, right? To feel your feelings, to comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life. If you want to know what love is, and you don't have to comprehend this, true love starts from who? The person marry you. It's not nobody else. Your kids will give you unconditional love, comma, for now. What do you mean for now? Because if you're being the shit out of your kids, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, your kid becoming a young teenager, an adult, and when they can fend for themselves, they can leave the household and they say, "Fuck you, mom and dad. I hate you. I don't want to ever talk to you." And what are you gonna do? I'm your mother and your father. You have to talk to me. No one has to talk to nobody. Now they can take care of themselves. But the idea was to kind of warn them, like, yo, like, what I do with my kids, don't become your mother and father, man. This matrix, it can eat you up. And just to forewarn you, it's the person by your side. What? That will decide for all your life. It's the person by your side. And then you want to have kids? Or, fuck this, I'm out. Become a Debbie mother, Debbie father. Say that, do that, but I'll call everybody out. If you decide to do that, which is your free will and choice, don't ever mention higher source. I'm going to know you're not a good person. If you're such a good person, you give up on your kid. Make that shit make sense. God, say that all you want, because God wouldn't do that. Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spirit, your ancestors would not do that at all. So why are you doing that? Just because you as a couple bump heads, I get that I was you. Don't get up on the little ones, you know? And that's the shit. No, a lot of us are fucking... Everyone in this shit stuck on what? The generational cycle. We're fucking winging life. Winging life sucks, man. Especially when kids are involved. It sucks really hard. But the cool thing, if you do the healing journey, you talk to little ones. Analogy, metaphor, therapy, counter talk. These kiddos, your kiddos, these nephews, that is your inner child. When they talk to you, talk to them. Guide and forewarn them. They don't have to comprehend. But they're fucking pure every which way. They just want love to the fullest. They don't know that when they can talk to love, broken, quarter relationship with a boy and girl, 2 narcissists, these bad boy, bad girl, fuck girls, they're about to get destroyed. And they don't know. They don't have to comprehend you. But hey, I'm going to tell you a story. I was you. But I tell everybody, just tell them this. I'm here for you. What? I'm here for you. I will not let you drown. And it's not about being right. I'm forewarning you. You don't see what I see. I see energy. I was you. I learned the hard way. I destroyed. and it sucks, man. But here's the kicker: I'm talking to you. I'm here for you. I will not let you down. What? We can have the same conversations. You're the only being that can do comprehension. Higher sources and beings, all we are is just communication, and we're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. That is your choice, if you will, you know. Learning to love myself at 41. Yo, King, I did that at 39. My tattoos: the healing journey, victim mentality, the awakening journey, warrior mentality, awakened journey, survivor mentality, and woke. We just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. I was. Don't urge myself. I want everybody to toxic, love, broken, quarter relationship. What the fuck is that? What is toxic? What's that? Be toxic and bad. S06 intercourse. We become one as a couple, but don't be toxic as a partner. They say she got kids. Don't be toxic around your kids. If I'm in the streets, no. Because if you do, I'll let you know. I'll get up and leave. What? I don't deal with toxicity. You're a woman, quote unquote. Why you acting like a girl? So you're on a journey. I'll say healing journey to get your attention. I'm healed. My healing journey ended 5 years ago. There is no more healing for me to do. That's all these tattoos. These are my scars. They're healed. Like analogy, metaphor, because they'd be like, you know, my heart has a scar. Do you comprehend what a scar is? If your heart hurts because people cut you, right, quote unquote, how can you say your heart hurts? Your heart is just what? It's an organ that pumps blood, and that's all it does. That's all it does. Yeah, you know, how your heart breaks, right? Divorces, breakups, kids, co-parenting. You're having emotional breakdowns, anxiety attacks, stress, no motivation, and what's the other one? Depression. Because one person, I know it sucks. And that pain is not forever. It's only forever if you allow it to be forever. Just to warn you, what? Only you, not nobody else. So that's why when you have a real support team, you have these deep conversations. That's why, once again, if you want to fast forward life really fast, healing journey, go on TikTok. Maybe he's on there. I haven't looked from Tim on TikTok, but go on Spotify. Type in Buddha teachings, Tati Tim. You don't have to become a Buddhist, but Buddha was a beast. 2,500 years ago, before Jesus, respectfully, and you got all these spiritual leaders. You got Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus, right? The spiritual leaders. Everybody on terminology wise, right? But he kept it simple. Mind, body. That's all you focus on. Me, I add to it, not knowing, because once again, born as a Catholic, I heard Buddha all my life. I live in Seattle. Buddha, my people are Buddhists and shit. I never asked them, hey, so what's Buddha? No, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you want to spark conversation, you will never know. If you don't, technology is key, man. Internet's fucking right there. Google ChatGPT, you know? Who's Buddha? What did he teach about? I'm not researching shit, right? Nobody has to research shit, but the day you start researching the healing journey, your fucking mind be blown. Once again, these conversations, right? We plant seeds, analogy, metaphor. Whoever you speak to, that person can water it, study it, or they can let the seed die. But even if the seed dies, you heard the story, terminology. So in 2020, right? So I'm a healing journey. I was my second family. My ex got up literally on May 3rd, 2020, on my tattoos. Fuck you, I'm out. I'm done with you. What? It's over. We're ending. Like, cool, we break up. She'll be back. Guess what? She's not coming back. She's dead ass. She gave me 1,000 chances, not 1,001. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, she check the fuck out. And it does not matter how they leave. To forewarn you, it doesn't matter how they leave. She could cheat on you, ghost you, divorce you, break up with you. It doesn't matter. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, check the fuck out. And all those times you made her cry, stress, and now you become her. Let's see how that shit hurts. You know? So I heard the terms in Seattle in 2000. My first baby moms. You know, narcissist, empath, the healing journey. So what I do 5 years ago, I had all this technology from 94 and on, right? Wi-Fi, etc., all the good shit. Smartphones. Now once that I heard the terms, not once did I Google that shit till 5 years ago. Typed in YouTube, what's a narcissist? What's an empath? What's the healing journey? I'm fucking watching my big screen, I'm just observing, like, watching all these movies, doing all this shit, studying, being a bookworm, and now once of the healing journey, I'm like, fuck all these years. All these fucking years. Nothing wrong with church and God, but the Bible, if someone can elaborate better, they to correct the way I speak, potentially can help you. If not, you're just reading a book. Like, man, all these years, I could have started healing journey years ago. And once again, anyone tell you in talks relationship, they'd be like, you know, choose better. I'm going to tell them my bag and say, choose better, ... How can you choose better if you don't know better? Make that make sense. And what do? Victim mentality. Blame my parents. My parents should have taught me better. How can your parents teach you better if they wasn't taught better. Make that make sense. And what the answer is, well, I was stuck on what? The generational cycle. Only as one being you can break it. Nobody can do it for you but you. You can help others, but you can't do it for them. Once again, I have 8 kids. I can't fix, change, nor save any of my kids. Physically, yes, I could. Financially, yes, I could. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, I can't. At all. Zero. I go ahead and guide them, tell them the stories like I'm talking to you guys. All my tattoos, they don't have to comprehend. That is their choice, free will. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck seeing your little ones, family and friends get destroyed. Because that's the origin yourself. But be for them so they don't what? Give up on life, you know? Sorry, King. We all one love 1,000 for sure. It's all about energy. You gotta learn who to give it to and who not to. Facts, 1,000. That's what the intends to match energy, love, respect, not take energy. If they take energy, that's not a good person. Don't matter what they claim to be. I'm good, religious, spiritual. They're just titles. You have kids, right? You're a mother, you're a father. A title. Are you a parent? Are you doing parenting? Shit falls apart. Can you do co-parenting? Becomes worse. Courts, pillar parenting. Or fuck this. Debbie mother, Debbie father. And go start another family. Or tell the whole universe you're religious, spiritual. Say all that shit. Do all that bullshit. And what are you gonna do when your kid becomes old enough and to go hunting for you? And then with your new family and be, oh, hey, what's up, dad? What's up, mom? In front of your kids and your family. And they call you the fuck out. So you gave up me, but you ended up on this little one. So you start a whole new family just because you didn't allow my mom or my dad. So I had to suffer. I had to go through all this bullshit. Hurt people. Not intentionally, but we do. Heal people. We got it for warm. That's why I go live for the universe for you guys. This is not for myself. 5 years ago, healing journey. Well, I tell everybody, when you start the healing journey, do a live. It's a live podcast. 9 platforms, 9 cell phones. You know, go live. Tell your story. You know, somebody might reach out to you and hold you and guide you. The faster you start the healing journey, the better for yourself. Especially younger. The younger, the better. Like I met on Bigo. I ride more with my G. We have direct numbers. Now Zero, he just turned 20, I believe. I started talking to my Bigo at 17 and a half. 2.5 years ago. Fucking beast. I love the way he speaks. I told King, check it out. Analogy is a metaphor, right? So physically, I'm talking to him behind the phone. A phone chat type of situation, phone call, right? Audio message on IG, right? So, but in my head, emotionally, spiritually, I'm talking to a 20-year-old version of myself. I'll tell you all these stories, but to forewarn you, right? Because his father taught him and his grandmother taught him. I go, yo, I would love to speak to him. He lives in Cali, so that lives to visit him this year, right? Him and his family. I go, but to forewarn you, it's the person by your side. What? It's the person by your side. Everything starts with love initially. Everyone's traumatized as fuck. All this terminology, right? But if she's too toxic, the door's right there to forewarn you. Don't feel guilty. Rejection is protection. This is your life. It's not nobody else. It is your life. That's why I tell you, fall back, date yourself. What are your boundaries? What's your love languages? What are your standards? When you comprehend what that is, the potential to be, ask them the same thing. Try to match energy day one. See if we can make this work. And that's just as a couple. And then I say everybody, keep it black and white. If I date the potential to be, I date her life, her whole universe. I'll ask her everything about her. What's your everyday life? What's your routine? I tell you my life, what I'm doing on my side. I want to make sure we have time for each other. If not, why waste your time? We can stay associates, friends, keep platonic, no passing boundaries, love and respect to each other. Or you want to take the risk if we can take a leap of faith, we can try this, But my situation, I tell other potential to be, day one, queen, keep it 1,000. If you're not happy with me, or something, please don't accept me in your life. Please don't. Don't drop the butt lines. I love everything about Rito, but he's jealous, but his tattoos, but his one-on-ones. Don't throw the butt. You accept people in life. For now, you'll be okay with it until down the road, I can't do this no more. And to form you, let's say the potential to be, in there for the time being, in their lifetime, right? You're the best person they've had by their side. So on their side, they offer love to the full and they give you everything. But on your side, you're not satisfied. So the analogy metaphor is better to die today than tomorrow. Hurt the feelings 5 days in, the truth, or better than 10 days, 20 days, a year. Oh, I'm prego. You're prego. I'm not. I got to go. But I'm a good person, religious person, really. Peace and freedom, namaste, 1,000. Buddha's a beast. Once again, I'm not saying become a Buddhist, but once again, everybody all these spiritual people in the healing journey, they're just telling stories. That's all I do. I just tell stories. All my tattoos are stories, man. Words and petty words that trigger you in a positive manner or negative manner, but it's straight to the point. It is straight to the point. There's no years of therapy, counseling, big debates. What for? Why go deep in the rabbit hole and accept molecules, atoms for what reason? As it be, and look in the mirror and don't lie to yourself. My tattoos in Seattle talk. Are you a square? The empathetic person, the natural, or your circle? The babophobic fuck roll, or your zombie, an addict and addiction? I honestly use 3 codes: squares, circles, and zombies. I don't see race, culture, religion. I don't care about any of that. Respectfully, I see energy. If you were to see me in the streets, right, or if I was to TikTok, square, circle, zombie, squares, I'm already judging you because I'm basing off your energy. Oh yeah, your energy is phenomenal. You're beautiful. You're a square. You might be in the healing journey, but overall your energy is beautiful. I can have deep conversations with you. You guys don't come about anything. If you're a circle, the healing journey, these tattoos will trigger the fuck out of you, especially because you're a babophobic fuck girl and you're a zombie. Respectfully, you're an addict and addiction. How can you be a zombie, right? Respectfully, and say you want love. You don't even love yourself. And you want families, kids, and marriage? Respectfully, you're too narcissistic. And people in the circles, they're too narcissistic also. All my tattoos for a reason. They're not good people. A lot of bad, very little good. I met them at church. It's a building. They say Buddha. It's a word. It's a term. Actions speak down the words every which way to forewarn you, you know? And once again, nobody has to comprehend that at all. That is your choice if you will. But I promise you 1,000 Spotify Buddha's teachings, Tati Tim, he's a beast. I love the way me as a being, like, I'm just trying to speak to respectfully on the overall people on the healing journey. Don't matter if you're atheist, religious, spiritual. Like, as long as you can teach me something positive, if I tell me I'm on my healing journey, I love that shit. You intrigue me because I'm gonna ask you, when did you start your healing journey? What journey are you in? The 4 journeys, and who taught you? If let's say you have a real support team, I respect your real support team, boundaries, but asking me if I could talk to them, maybe I can learn from them. So once again, you can never have enough notes, knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge, and metaphor, riddles, stories at all. Everybody can learn from everybody, but nobody has to comprehend nobody. For one, but once again, what's gonna matter is the person by your side, the person you're gonna love, quote unquote. Can we have these conversations? That's why I'm 3 years single. And I was for one 5 years ago. Because remember, before my healing journey, barely started it. I'm like, when I figured this healing journey, quote unquote, these feelings and all these categories and bullshit, right? I'm gonna call everybody out, and that's what all my tattoos are. I'll call everybody out. I don't care what my religious, spiritual, doesn't matter what you are. If you're older than I am, right, or younger than I am, even better, and you know this shit, then why don't you open your mouth? Why don't you reach out to people and DM them? Like my real support team, they didn't go on my 5 years ago live podcast, which I'm still doing to this day, 5 years after the fact, right? And they didn't comment on any of the platforms. Then it was Facebook, IG, no TikTok yet, right? Now I'm all the other platforms, but they DM me. And we talked about the healing journey. I've heard a term, I'm already starting it. Can I hold you and guide you? Can I tell you stories? 10 people on my tattoos, 10 light workers. For 88 days, I had 10 people to DM, call, text, audio chat, video chat. All 10 of them, I can ask them the exact same question. What's the healing journey? What's an empath? Deflection, projection, and everyone has only speaking. Some have the same answers, very, very different. But the cool thing is, I got 10 people studying. And they all tell me the same thing. You don't have to comment anything I'm telling you. That is your choice if you will. What? And all the time, like, once you start the healing journey, you have a real support team, you're gonna say things like, what, will I ever become strong like you? What do you mean? You speak so confident. And anyone that says this, man, anyone that says, like, I know your eyes, I know those tears, I know that fear, I was you, you're the old version of myself. That's the people you rock with. That's the people in the healing journey. Like, I make it sound so easy, right? And that's what they're telling me. I'm paying it for it, right? I say the same time, the queens all the time, like, you make it, you're so strong. I was like, queen, because I worked on myself. Healing journey. You want to feel your feelings, comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. Of your exes, I can't speak on your behalf. And let's say scenario, you had 10 boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever you're into. All those 10 fall back alone. Start the healing journey. Observe all your exes, every single one of them. What are the red flags? What did you dislike about them? In each relationship, when they start to become toxic, why did it become toxic? Because you want to observe the red flags, to comprehend the red flags, so the next potential to be, when you're ready for that, you observe the red flags, you realize boundaries. But to forewarn you, because especially on TikTok, there'll be counter talk, they'll verbalize boundaries. Nothing wrong with boundary, but just to let you know, you don't comprehend, nobody has to respect your boundaries. If they don't, what are you choosing? What are you doing? To give them chances? The door is right there. You can leave whenever you want to. Why waste energy on people that don't match energy? A zillion people in the universe. Why are you stressing about one? You know? That's what's up. Oh, you think King? No, I'll tell you. You're 41, right? 5 years ago, I was 39. I just turned 44 this year. So respect when I say this. And nothing against my exes, my past pain, toxic trauma, the cherry top, child trauma, my family, my parents. Nothing against them. The last 5 years of my life, the best years of my life. Respect when I say that. Nothing against none of my past, because all of us were on a journey. None of us were on a healing journey. Religious, spiritual, doesn't matter what category you put yourself in, because nothing's wrong with God, higher source, but then if no one's elaborating, hey, that's beautiful, to forewarn you, it's the person by your side. What? It's the person by your side. God, higher source can't do it for you, because I promise you 1,000, if higher source is love, they will not accept toxicity. They will not give chances, years, babies to be. But here's the kicker, you got free one choice. What? Free one choice, respectfully. That's on the 10 of my back. So I still have to word it, but that's what I say it to everybody, you know? Like, I say it as it is to keep it simple. Every day, program, we all have what? Free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic? Nice guys. This saying will be tired for sure pretty soon. The nice guy, nice girl. Or to be narcissistic. The bad or bad girl, phobic fuck girl. A premeditated choice where you are not changing, you are choosing. That will be tied on my back, that sequence. And when it comes to the higher source, because respectfully, to forewarn you, the easiest people to destroy in all the universe is who? Everyone that's codependent of what? I'm a good person, I'm a religious person, I'm a spiritual person, I'm an atheist person. Nothing is wrong with that for you as one being. Nothing's wrong with that. That is your belief, which is beautiful, which is love, right? On the overall, but how come you have the devil by your side? Negative energy by your side, a person too narcissistic by your side. So if higher source can do it for you, quote unquote, why are you suffering to this day? And for both the intox relationship, the door's right there for anybody, just to let you know. Hell yeah, we can only control ourselves. Facts. That's all we can do, and that's the shit for everybody. You know, to once again, it's fear in a positive manner, aka for warning. Did you know anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone can ghost, anyone can break up with you, anyone can divorce you. That is their choice and free will. When they do, and which they shall, how we react, how we respond, or do you live fear and scared of that? That little saying, we tied my back. Eventually, I made sure to hoodies this year. And the best part, when I make my shirts and hoodies, put on these platforms, and I wear them in Seattle, Washington State, and I'm traveling to California, you know, no, I don't gotta speak. My words do the talking for me. In Seattle, when I wear my shirts, I have so many of them that have words, all my tattoos, right? Not all my tattoos on the shirt yet, but eventually there shall be. I'll be walking in Seattle. Hey, can you please stop moving? I'm sorry? I'm trying to read your shirt. Is that your shirt, right? Who says that? I'm like, I can't see the back of my shirt. Can you read the first sentence, please? And they'll say, like, whatever, 95%. Oh, 90% universe? I think it's this one. This one. Oh, yeah, this one up here. This one says, 95% of the universe is broken, codependent, scared to be alone, abandoned issues. They are looking for love and happiness in people, and man may be us. All they are doing is buying bandits to cut them with a mansion. Their head. The answer to life is the person mirror. All you ever knew was you at the end. And they'd be like, yeah, so, and I show them. It's right here. What? Oh shit, it's on you? Like, yeah, so if you ever see me walking again with any shirt or hoodie, for the most part, these are my tattoos. It's my personal universe. Like, that's deep. Yeah, and the cool thing on the west side, a lot of queens were sure empathetic, they healing journey. Some of the men too, but the cool thing, you look, and you make, for them on the overall, especially in the suburbs, you would look at me, right? Make comments, ask questions. And the best part, those are just words. What do you mean? They're just words. Black and white, because nobody says this shit. These words, which said everybody once again, these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's all the universes in their feelings about things that don't have the feelings at all? What does that mean? Let me elaborate more. Sad won't ever feel sad. Depression won't have depression. Breakups does not worry about breakups. Zombies, addicts and addiction does not worry about becoming a zombie. And addicts and addiction at all. Beings, we beings do. Every which way. We're the only one that has this. So that's straight to the point. What? All my tattoos, scars, healed. When I get a tattoo, which tomorrow I'm about to make them a deposit and make an appointment, right? So when I get him in the next couple weeks, a month, whatever my date is to get my tattoos, when my boy doesn't remember this, I'm getting my words, all my tattoos, right? Just words, like 99% are just words. Anyways, so when he does them, when he puts the tattoo, it's cuts and wounds. He's cutting my skin. Now it's cuts and wounds. Now but they bother me, they're itchy and shit. So they're healing. What I use the cream, put on it to heal it, so calm and soothe it. My kids, I have 8 kids. My boy jump on me and every papi, mommy, be careful, my back, my arm. Oh yeah, I forgot your tattoos. They're still healing. When my tattoos are healed, now it becomes what? A scar. I can pull my skin. My kids can jump on me. I can bump it. I'm not worried about hurting myself because now it's healed. Now it's a scar. That's why we use terminology. My heart has a scar. If it has a scar, quote unquote, you should not be stuck on your exes at all. First hard part is what? Forgive. You don't have to forget. It's been written, right? You can lie to yourself, but it happened to you. It's past. The second hardest part is what? Let go. Do closure for yourself. Comprehend why it failed to do comprehension. You're the only one who can let go. Higher source, I can't do it for you at all, And that's it. Once again, to forewarn everybody out there.
This is why you feel drained when you talk to certain people. There are people out there.
Hey, what's up, Chloe? How you doing?
Negative energy.
How's your night?
Cannot.
Sorry.
You have a choice every single day if you want to surround yourself with these people. If you are drawn to toxic men over and over and over who don't treat you right, you are attracted to this negative energy as you have a negative wound within you. When you have a negative wound, if you're only attracted to negative people, you have to heal this within you. You were attracted to this job in the first place. You were attracted to this family when you were born. Now your obligation is to heal everyone around you. When you choose to be the bigger person, this is 500 times stronger. When you choose positive thoughts, no matter what happens around you, you are like literally cleansing the environment. You can't see it, but you need to have faith.
And what you're saying for the most part is correct. I love the head tats. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, it's what you call it. So it's hard to see behind the screen. So this is the X. The tree of life, and then his tattoo on the side says 20. Up here they have like Adam and Eve Genesis. That's basically the Garden of Eden wise. They have the crown of thorns from Jesus, because I decided 2.5 years ago to crucify myself with my tattoo these words. Because respectfully, when I say this, like as a being, as one being, whatever you're talking about, you're doing what? Communication, comprehension. Nobody else comprehends you, and especially the queens. Toxic relationship. He's not hearing me, a queen. I was him. He is hearing you. He's listening. He's watching. He's observing. He does not comprehend you. To forewarn you, what? He don't comprehend you. Respectfully, that's why you bigger about the same subjects, right? So, how to get people's attention? I know what I'm talking about. Petty ass words. If I trigger you, I did my job. Now, do you want to talk about these words on my body? Especially to queens, the potential to be. I say all the time, yo, queen. A lot of stuff that I say is repetitive. It's probably tied on my body. So if you want to, let's say before you shoot your shot, before you catch feelings, right? All my tattoos, I'll send you pictures of my tattoos. If any of these words trigger you, and don't shoot your shot, why would you want to hurt yourself? Follow back. Let's probably want to know more about your tattoos. Oh, we have a shoot shot. I got you. Me, I talk to anybody. So, anyways, that's how my tattoos, and that's why I tell everybody the potential to be is like. Why would you want to be with somebody, and I'm sitting with like baby, and you read this tattoo, one word or whatever it is, and it triggers you? Why? Because my energy, this conversation that make you feel good. Feelings are unfactual. When you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always find your face. You will sell yourself a dream. You will actually self-sabotage your life not knowing, because you pray about how it manifests that magically one day that I change my ways, or that you let go of these traumas and we'll lovey-dovey again. I can't do it for you. And on top of that, don't accept people in life. It's not going to work on your outcome on the overall. And as far as what she says, that's why anyone that says people take my energy. If you allow them to take your energy, they shall. That's why rejection is protection. You can cut people off if you want to. Maybe down the road you can talk to them once again, but that's your boundaries. If they don't respect it, and I gotta go. I gotta go back to bed, my G. A good one though, bro. Is always good talking to you. Hey, Slim, have a best night, King. Let's take care of yourself out there. Remember, day by day, baby steps, man. And this lifetime, we're in the hard way, but just, I tell everybody, when you can, pay it forward, man. Tell a story to the universe. And it's not ever too late. But I promise you 1,000, the younger the better. And then, like, with your kiddos, teach your kiddos, don't become like the exes. Don't become your mother and father. I hold you and guide you. Maybe you have a better outcome. And we have these conversations. That's a positive. Pay it forward. As I was taught, I've been doing this for 5 years. I was doing it to my last dying breath. I pay it forward, and that's all I do. I don't want people to suffer, but nobody can stop this spiritual warfare. But we can prevent it by telling stories, these conversations. Saludos, likewise, King, likewise, stay blessed. Have a good night. Have a good weekend to be.
Son that I moved out of state. I'm a mother of 5 children. I have a 16-year-old son that I moved out of state, brought here to try to save. He was ganging up and up for the gang. When I heard you talking earlier about, like, you know, that when you're strapped and you're this and you're ready to go and all that, and I see that type of stuff making him happy, it hurts my heart, because I left everything behind to give him a chance. And when you speak of your mother, maybe my question is for her, like, how does she do it? Like, I pray and I try and I think I'm doing everything right, but the timing isn't what I want, or the results aren't what I want. Like, he'll do good, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's in juvenile hall. I have trust issues, so I'm just wondering, like, what did your mom do?
I'll take my box for a while.
Wondering how she showed you.
My mom stopped trusting what she saw. She started trusting what the Word of God said. The Word of God said in Isaiah 54 verse 13, "The Lord shall raise your children, great will be their peace." Why does the Lord have to raise your children? Because you can. We have to come to that position of, oh, I can't lead my child. Look, I didn't party, I didn't drink, but I cannot make a person change their heart. The reason why your son is doing what he's doing is because he's coping with certain things internally, and probably because he also trusts what he sees. So one thing we teach our children is trust what we see. That's dangerous. So when he looks at the gang, he thinks it's good. What has to cast out that is teaching him from the core. I will talk to him this way. I raised you. What was my job? My job is to look out for you. I moved out here for you, not for me. I don't want to be out here, right? I want to be happy for you. Everything that I've ever done was for you. Do you think it's smart to then not listen to me? And do you think you'll be happier if you don't listen to me? So mom, her heart is always tell them it's for good for you. I may tell you not to do something, but it's because it's good for you. Sit them down and explain this to them. Even if they listen or don't listen, we don't react to them. We believe the Word of God that says God will raise your children. Great will be their peace. You can draw boundaries. You can also say, look, mom doesn't know what she's doing too. It's my first time at life too. You can be vulnerable. You can even apologize. I'm sorry, whatever mom did to you, please let me know. But today I learned to open my heart. I want you to have like a deeper connection with me. You can be vulnerable. And he may be like, Mom, that's weird. I don't care. But I promise you, he'll sit back in his room and he'll think about what you said, because you're acting out of character. So your words are seeds. You just plant them. You don't reap them. Make sense? Amen.
And that's Johnny Chang. Like, me pretty wise, I'm gonna start like hyping him up for sure, like Johnny Chang for the Religious Universe. And like he says, which is like, I'm raised a Catholic, but he says like, I'm just a follower of Christ. Keep it simple. He's like, I'm a Christian, you know, all these other terms, like, nah, I'm just a follower of Christ and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And he's a beast. Like the way I talk about raw real life, raw real feelings, you know, toxic love, broken coded relationship, and co-parenting, he elaborates beautifully, man. But once again, higher source, nothing wrong with higher source, religion, spiritual, whatever you believe in, spirituality wise, your ancestors. To forewarn you, it's the person by your side. And that's me. I'm single for 8 kids. But I forewarn all my 8 kids, if anyone start doing wrong, especially the fall to the street, gang mafiosos and shit, you want to be part of being wild, you want to be a zombie, an addict and addiction, just to let you know, I'm going to use it as an example for the other 7. And I'm going to throw it in your face. I'm going to cause trauma purposely. And every time, hey, you see it, you want to do drugs? Look at your sister, look at your brother. That is your future. What? Do drugs, that's your future. Literally in front of your face. And if you think I'm lying, every zombie you see in the streets, there are zombies as an addiction. That is you 20 years from now. Look at that guy. I told my son, look at little man. Respect me. Look how old is he? He's older than I am. 60 years old plus. Gone. Fucking, he's Washington 100 plus. Fucking sleep on the sidewalk. Blazing hot outside. He's high as a kite. Gone. In his head, he's in heaven. He's not feeling any of his feelings. But when he sobers up, he's gonna have sunburns and bullshit, all that. And I pray for them. I have compassion for the universe. I respect it. I don't feel sorry for the universe. We all got free will and choice. It's pretty much common sense. You want to do drugs. Once again, nothing wrong with casual marijuana, casual drinking, psychedelics, as long as you control yourself. But now when I needed codependency, cool. I've heard so many stories. I speak to many zombies. I have these conversations with them. I go, so what do you see? What do you hear? I've heard so many stories. I see God, the universe, and when I'm high as a kite in my little realm, I have a perfect family. You're right. And when you sober up, oh shit, reality check. You're fucking right here. Sober as fuck. Now all my tattoos, these are your cuts and wounds, right? Anxiety, child trauma. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, I know. But here's the kicker. Shouldn't just keep running for the rest of your life from the person in the mirror? Do that. But then once again, I call everybody out. So how are you a zombie? As an addiction, but then you want love, relationship, families, and kids. You are the problem in everyone's life, respectfully. Until you start loving yourself, start the healing journey, detox from codependency and man-made bullshit. You won't ever know what love is. And if just to forewarn you, you're a zombie and acid addiction. You're a circle on my tattoos. All you bad girl, phobic fuck girls. All my tattoos way up here. Your loose disciples, the fuck ups of the universe. Everything you touch, you destroy. You are common unknowing. I just told you your future, and I'm not even a fortune teller. It's energy. Everyone's robotic. You're too narcissistic. You're too empathetic. You're a zombie. That's all I see. 3 codes, 3 colors. 3 energies. That's all I see. Not religion, culture. I don't respect you. I don't care what you claim to be. Look at the life you're living. Look what you're doing. And that's the shitty part for everybody out there. I tell people, like, kids are a blessing. Also a lesson. Like, you suffered. Like, you're suffering now with no kids. Have a kid or two. Go through breakups, divorces, and destroy the fuck out of you. And that's the shitty part. And how you got hurt, you can protect your kids as best as possible. But the day you can't, you know what? Mom, dad, I'm leaving. Pray to God they fucking survive, But as long as you have these if you're in the healing journey as a parent, or whatever you are, whatever category, niece, nephew, whatever, like, God ain't warned them. That's how we're going to check in with them type of situation. I try to tell all my nieces and nephews and everyone in the young kids, hey, just to let you know, because no one's going to tell you that it's the person by your side. That's how my tattoos, what? It's the person by your side. I love them. You love them. And they verbalize, I love you, but if they're being mean to you, they're too narcissistic. They're bullying you. They don't love you. They can verbalize, I love you, but actually beyond the words, if you believe in higher source will not do it to you. Whatever you claim to be, they will not hurt you. Love doesn't hurt. Highly impossible. Toxic love hurts every which way. You don't want toxic love in your life. You don't want that by your side at all. At fucking all. It'll destroy the shit out of you. It doesn't matter. When I say respectfully, it doesn't matter what you claim to be. And that's the shitty part. Like that situation, the moms, she moved away from whatever city to, I think, to California. California had like gang mafiosos and shit, hooligans and bullshit. And they're out there doing their thing, and it sucks. And now look at she's the mother. She's trying to move to a better area, and her son's gangbanging. It's the environment. If you move to the PJs, the ghetto hoods, brown person with tattoos, cosmetic, what do you think? Gang mafioso, prison tattoos, hoodlum, right? I live in the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in it. This is the weekend. Fuck, this whole weekend, man. People partying, kick it, drive-bys and bullshit. It's gonna be so much bullshit. What do? On Facebook, local bullshit, the news, and look at, I put my comments. DUIs all the fucking time. All these zombies that get fucking lit. And I get it. You want to go home and sleep it off, but you can't literally fucking drive-wise. So you take a risk. It's a major risk. So anyone that gets pulled up for DUI, they're, dead somebody, whatever, they hurt themselves, hurt others. I put my comments. Guess what? My tattoos. It says all you zombies. It says all you weak zombies. Addiction, addiction. Whatever your addiction is, the bottle doesn't need you. All capital letters, you need the bottle. Why? And then I put the rest of the line. Every day above ground, we offer you one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic, that nice and natural, to be narcissistic, the bad girl, phobic fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you're not choosing, where you're not changing, you're choosing. Straight to the point. And you can say God doesn't matter what you believe in. Because higher source will not do what you just did. Higher source will not get in a car and take somebody out. What you just did. Respectfully. And what happens, it triggers everybody that's a zombie or was a zombie. If it was past tense, yeah, it's triggering. I know my words trigger people, it's straight to the point, but it's to get your attention. So you haven't let it go. For the whole universe, just to let you know, everyone has the right to bring your past to present. When they do and which they shall, how will you react? How will you respond? That's why if you're in the healing journey and you're healed, right? If your ex brings you past, it's your guys' relationship, and here's, let's say, my ex and I, we do co-parenting, right? Been 5 years now. 5 years, that's why all my tattoos set wise, right? Anytime she brings our past to present, or she tells our sons about, your dad this, I stay quiet. The original myself would have been rude, jumped in, and overtake the conversation. No, I let her vent. I stay quiet. And after she's done, I'm going to chill out. I won't say her name on here, but chill out. She's right here. You know what you want to call it. Yes, what your mom said, she is correct. But here's the kicker. That's the old version of myself. That's your old father. I was on a journey. Your mother was on a journey. We're not on a healing. Both of us were not on a healing journey. No matter God, Buddha, does not matter. We're both on a journey. Not these conversations. That's on my tattoos now. And she's like, I know you. I go, no, check out. You don't know me. What do you mean? You know of me. It's called wording. What do you mean? You see me on the weekends, or the kids need an appointment, you need help with the kids. If I'm busy, we co-parent, right? So you know of me. You knew 7 years. You knew the old version of myself for 7 years. You've been with your hubby for 5 years, so you know of me. You don't know me. If you knew me, you'd be by my side. If you knew me, you'd be in my life. I'm in your phone, vice versa. We do co-parenting, but you don't know me. And yes, everything you said correct. I did all that, the old version of myself. So that's why I say all the time. I tell you a reminder. In this lifetime, the last queen I hurt with my words. Everybody else I hurt you with the truth, but a potential partner, no. My intent not to hurt you, not to belittle you, be mean to you, to match your energy. Even if you talk your shit, but yo, babe, let it out. To forewarn you, just let you know, I'm not your ex, no exes. I am today, the now, the present. If you're traumatized, you just verbalize it. If you're stuck in your ex, certain things, just verbalize it. But if you're still too traumatized, wise, then why do you want to try respectfully? Because my energy, these conversations, the way I make you feel, the feelings are not factual. It's not going to work in your favor. And on top of that, I tell for the whole universe, can you handle rejection? Can you handle a breakup? In the beginning, yes, lovey-dovey and bullshit. But once again, in the beginning, a lot of people, especially on the male side, more narcissistic wise, lovey-dovey and shit, match energy, and little by little, less texting, everything starts fading. There's red flags. Shit's falling apart. Do you accept it? Do you squash it? What are you choosing? What are you doing? But once again, for everybody out there, it's like kiddos, like if your relationship's toxic, do you really believe, and don't fucking sell yourself a dream, don't lie, having a kid, getting married, make your life better? Make the relationship better? If you want to join the baby mom, baby father divorce club, or become all your toxic ass family and do what? The generational cycle? I pray for you, the universe. I go my dig in my life. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. All these conversations, a fucking broken record. Your future is fucking in front of your face. Look at all your toxic ass family. It does not matter what they brag about mammy bullshit. Behind closed doors, everyone in the family knows that's toxic parents, toxic aunts, uncles, toxic grandparents. How the fuck's your grandfather a fuckboy? And he believes in God, Jesus, Buddha. It does not matter about terminology, but he mistreats your grandmother at 70, at 80, at 80, 90. Like me, I was respecting to my grandfather. Like, grew up with this shit. We all my cousins, siblings. Oh shit, grandpa's getting crazy. Once again, Ruby abused my grandma. She's, now he's whipping her ass, physically whipping her ass. We just leave the house till the house comes down, And he goes, I don't know. Don't call me now. Rest in peace. Like, I don't know, 75, 78. I'm just like this, and that's the shit. That's what it's called, child trauma. And when we were parents, my parents should have taught me better. How can my parents teach them better if their parents didn't teach them better? Make that make sense. That's why all my family to this day stuck on what? The generational cycle. I stopped becoming all my toxic family. Respect me to say that at 39. All my tattoos. I won't ever deal with toxicity. That's why I'm 3 years single now, chilling. I don't, and I won't deal with toxicity. We'll get involved with the woman that's healing, preferably healed. And I don't give a shit. Beautiful, exotic. That's awesome. Your body can't talk to me. Your mind tells your mouth to move and have these words come out. If I can't talk about everything, what am I doing with you? But yes, queen, OnlyFans, BBLs, all that. Yeah, cosmetic, you're beautiful, exotic. But you think you're the only one like that? You're a girl, cosmetically wise. A woman. I don't vibe with women in the healing journey. That's all I care about, respect, because I want to have these online conversations. And it'd be cool as a woman, quote unquote. You don't have to be in all the podcasts, but give advice to somebody. You can't jump in and say hi, what's up, with the woo. You don't have to. Nobody has to. But my situation, I tell everybody, like, before you date somebody, like, you don't change your life for anybody at all. Just don't people please, because you will change for them, right? People please them, but then you go back to your old ways. That's why the intent is like, ask everybody in the beginning the potential to be like, what do you do in life? Like my situation, I tell the queens the potential, just to let you know. I talk to many queens. 5 years, I spoke to thousands of them. People come and go. Some here, we took 5 years talking and vibing. People come and go. And just to let you know I do that. I'll make time for us as a couple, for sure, most definitely. But here's the kicker, like, can you control your jealousy, insecurity issues? All these conversations are platonic. No passing boundary. If I want to be with any of my one-on-ones, queens in Seattle, face-to-face, I could be. But respectfully, when I say this, like, once again, at the farmer market in Seattle, right? My coworkers, they tell me in Spanish, like, you have all these girlfriends. I'm like, you can say girlfriends, but they like you. I know they do. So why don't you say nothing? I respect when I say it. It's 20, 25 times. I'd rather have a queen shoot a shot because that lets me know that you're more interested than the others. but nobody has to. But she's like, let's say nobody shoots a shot. It's okay. It's totally cool. I don't need a partner. Codependency. I want a partner. If she wants, I match and I take energy. And that's a cool thing. On the overall, it's based energy. You know, you lock eyes, physical touch, whatever. These conversations, which is beautiful. But once again, as a being, you gotta figure out what you want. Do you want love? You can verbalize, I want love. All these boys were raised to be narcissistic. We can say love, but here's the kicker. A lot of you can be empathetic. Jada Smith, A, right? I'm Will B. Monogamy, A and B, that's it. This is love, quote unquote. All I see is you and vice versa. But all those boys are narcissistic, and what? Before the physical cheating, everything starts with what? Because no one preaches about it. Emotional cheating. Nothing wrong with looking, but when you're fucking staring, gawking. I use the word gawking, but it's basically staring at like me. Let's say I got a girlfriend, right? I'll tell the queens that happens all the fucking time, and you see me staring at a female, and you catch me. You don't say shit. You don't even realize boundaries. It hurts your feelings. You get your feelings about it, but you don't say shit. You might stay quiet. I'm grounded for whatever. I'm lovey-dovey kissing on you to finally you ease up, whatever. If I did it in front of your face, imagine at work, man with the boys. I love TikTok. You're the housewife. I got the work wife. I got wives everywhere. Everyone's got househusbands everywhere. That's what's called emotional cheating. But that's why you can't tell your partner, what are you doing there? They're the fuck ass. What are you doing there? The door's right there for everybody. A zillion people in all the universe. Why are you stressing about one? Make that make sense respectfully, you know? But yeah, that's Johnny Chang. If you want to do, once again, you don't have to become religious. That is your choice, free will. As long as you're patient enough, open-minded enough, listen to all these people in the spiritual universe, religious universe. Like, they just tell stories. I love the way he speaks. Once again, like, he tells this person a story, what he's been through. Once again, if you were to see us, as, you know, let's say as two men, right, in the streets walking together, we're not talking to each other, we're just walking. You can look at us, right, and assume, judge, oh, those two guys definitely gang mafiosos, prison tat, they're hoodlums and shit, right? But then when you hear us speak, it's energy. You know, he lived a life. You know, he went through a hard life. You know, prison, everything, gang mafia. He did all that shit, and he's fucking neck to ankle, decked the fuck out. Beautiful tattoos. I love that pretty ink. Me personally, respectfully, I commend anyone with pretty tattoos. I'll die. That shading shit, this shit, that shit hurts. I just do words. When my boy does it, I know it's done. It's been written. That's it. There's no shading, that pretty ink. I might potentially on my back get a Buddha. Because I say respectfully, born as a Catholic, nothing wrong with God, Jesus, but respect because, you know, Jesus only lived to 30, I think at 32, 34-ish. Then these weak-ass narcissistic idiots took him out. Buddha lived to 80 years old. For 45 years of his life, he preached his little sayings, his beliefs, which is beautiful. I love his beliefs. And once again, I wish does not exist. It's been written, but I pay it for its universe. But if it was possible, I wish my parents or somebody taught me when I was younger, especially in Seattle. I should have done more research. Hey, you know, who's Buddha? What's he talking about? I don't have to comprehend shit. No one has to comprehend, nobody. But as long as people that, you know, spiritual, religious people, atheist people, as long as it's positive talk, little life lessons, you don't have to comprehend anything. But the cool thing, you know what? Something that someone says you hear can, you know, intrigue you, get your attention. You know what? I never thought about it that way. I never heard that before. Google, you know, ChatGPT, C.AI, everything is right there. You know, like once again, duality. I'll play in a minute. Duality. I'm like, what's duality? I can go on Google, type it in, right? I can go on YouTube, type it in. I can go TikTok, all these platforms. What did I do? I'll even do it right now. Watch. How about this? I'll even show you. That's what technology. Maybe physically, locally, you have no one to talk to. Used to watch in Washington State, many people, but I'm going to get in their eyes, I'm the devil. And they're all religious, spiritual, atheist, good people, quote unquote. I call them boys and girls. Those only two queens, I say men. I mean men, women, because in the healing journey, we have these conversations, and now they're being more observant. Every which way, like, man, there's like oh, hey, queen, just like, brown boys, you're brown, I'm brown. Eastern Washington State, I tell you, yo, just to let you know, you don't comprehend this, to put fear in you, to warn you, 90% of these brown boys are fuck boys. What? 90%? High number, 9 out of 10. You have one chance with one potential. And now, as long as he's in the healing journey, and he don't give a shit about the word in Spanish, mande alone, English, that's a beta simp. You know, that's what they call me, mande alone. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about a word, but if I call you mande alone, reverse psychology, you get your feelings about a petty ass word. These words don't have the feelings at all, you know? So anyways, so once again, DoorDashing, driving to Seattle, the farmer's market, listening to Buddha's teachings, because once again, respectfully, for me personally, and I say respectfully, in the utmost respect to the whole universe, the religious talk, right, spirituality talk, Buddhists, people that study Buddha for the most part, they're the ones that get my attention, respectfully, because they're more, as long as they know about Buddha and his teachings, they're the ones that intrigue me, deadass. Like, I have some deep conversations with them, but I for one them same thing, like, cool, you're single, that's cool, nothing's wrong with that, but the day you want to shoot for love, to forewarn you, it's the person by your side. What? Buddha teaches beautifully. I love the mind and body, but I do mind, body, toxic love, broken, codependent relationships. What? You don't need your partner. You want your partner. But to forewarn you, both of you, for not one of you, both of you, the door is right there. It's physically right there. If you need help, I'll either open the door for you, but I know it's scary. It is scary to leave. You feel like you're a failure, you're giving up, especially when kids are involved. Co-parenting is not easy initially because of feelings. And it sucks, it's gonna hurt, especially when your little one asks you, hey mom, hey dad, where's mom at? Where's dad? It's gonna fuck you up. Trying to do the healing journey, all that, it's it's hard, really hard, and then once again, my little kiddo, my youngest boy, then he was like, I don't know, don't quote me now, like 6-7 months. I'll be talking to him. Obviously he can't comprehend me. He's a little baby, right? I'll be talking to him like, dude, like 6-7 months old. I'm like, I'll be telling yo, papi, chill out. You're chilling. You don't worry about nothing. You're not going. Mom and dad are not together no more, right? I'm going through it now, bond like a bitch and shit. And you're just chilling. You have no worries about any of this. But I'm gonna when I go. Remember, this is 5 years ago. Telling my son and baby, right? I was like, when I figure this healing journey out, these feelings, quote unquote, I'm gonna teach you best as possible. You're doing comprehend me because I don't want you to learn the hard way. Winging life sucks, every which way. But if you learn the hard way, I'll be here for you. We have the same conversations because only my little one can do comprehension. That's the type of all the time. Like, higher source can't do for you. Nobody has to comprehend that. Whatever you believe, that is your belief. That's my belief. But if I say respectfully, if that's factual, if higher source can do it for you, why the fuck is all your family toxic till this fucking day? Make that make sense. And that's the type of, it's only you. You're the only being that can do comprehension. You're the only one that can let go. You're the only one who can feel these feelings to evolve in life. I can't do. But I can tell you stories. I love these conversations because once again, this is for you. It's not for me. After these conversations, because once again, a lot of people do the healing journey, right? Like I did in the beginning, it feels good to help others out, but then I become sad depressed. I miss my ex. I see a picture of her, someone's her name, it triggers me like shit. Now I start choking up, crying, you know, and it sucks and it hurts, but that pain's not forever. It's only forever if you allow it to be forever. Like they say, saying, you know, it's a blessing in disguise. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's factual. But once again, that is your healing journey. And you do it at your pace. It is not a race, no marathon. As it being, I will give up on you. Higher source, you know, God, yes, they're always by your side. Emotional, spiritual, as being, whatever your belief is. But you put your hand out, no physical being to take your hand and have these conversations. So I tell the whole universe, I'm out the universe, I'm out your pocket 24/7, 365. I won't let you drown. I will not let you drown. You can have the same conversation for 5-10 years, word for fucking word. I'm not be like, hey, what's up, king, queen? But in 5 years now, exact same conversations, because you're the only one who can do comprehension. I'll say, be patient. You ready for this? You know, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. And that's what the intent is, like with your exes, to calm out. Like like my ex, I told last time, nothing against you, but remember this. It's been 5 years now. Yes, in this lifetime, the idea you and your hubby last forever. I pray for you. You know, you're a badass couple, right? But the idea is that, you know, to reminder, my next tattoo, matching after that part is, in this lifetime, the idea is that that's your last partner. I'm your last ex. I'm the last person that hurt you. So when will you let me go? She's like, what? When will you let me go? I let you go 5 years ago. That's all my tattoos. The best one, like this one. I told her, oxymoron, I love you. I'm a collarbone for leaving me. What? She's like, you crazy? No, I do love you for leaving me. Hello, how you doing? How's it going? Why? It was a blessing in disguise. If you didn't leave me, we did 7 years. It might have been 8 years, 10 years. No, it hurt. But it was a blessing in disguise. I fell back. And I destroyed the shit out of you. Now, you know, obviously, you know, you can't rewind time. It's been written. But I told you the last queen, and I'll hear my words. Every which way. I will tell you the truth. And I'll tell you in the beginning so you know what you're getting into. But I'm not here to sell you a dream. I don't want to sell you a dream. And please don't sell yourself a dream. Because, you know, I'd be like, we can try this. Like, why do you want to try? You get the leap of faith, but are you ready for a no? Are you ready for rejection? And here's the best part. I can ghost you. You can go, if you want to ghost me, just to let you know, I'll let you know day one. Queen, you won't hurt my feelings. What? You won't hurt my feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. I don't need you in my life at all. I want you in my life. And there's a zillion queens in the universe. There's got to be other women in the healing journey. Respectfully, it's not really a competition, but I don't deal with toxicity. Breakups, what a breakup. And once again, when the breakups start happening, nothing wrong with the grieving journey. I'll be nice if you're, especially in the healing journey. A month shedding tears, cool. 2 months, cool. 2 months plus, respectfully, you have a lot of healing to do. A year plus, no. Like you just chill and date yourself for a minute. And if you help guidance, I got you. But remember, I can't do this for you. But I'll tell you stories. And for one, you're like, yes. He sold me a dream. You're like, yeah. I'm not saying all men. A lot of us men, for the most part, were more narcissistic on the overall, because we're not taught about these conversations. How come you're the housewife, and everything happens at work? She's the work wife. Yeah, that's why it's called emotion cheating every which way, you know.
I don't know about all that. I lick your whole body. You an island boy. On God, I'll fuck you in the mouth. On God, my little
Your mom?
sex.
Your dad?
You, nigga.
I love to bullies. Check out. This second line is not my line. It says, all you bullies, cyberbully, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. On my back it says, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person. If you know you're doing wrong, you're good for the streets, you're good for nothing, Basuru Gabi respectfully. I'm going to put another tattoo to trigger this category. It's going to say, how can you be a bully dash racist and think you're a good person, religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person? Make that make sense. Shots fired. What? You're not a good person. And that is trigger who? All the bullies and racist people. You can't. God, I call everybody out. So will God bully people? Will God be a racist? So if they wouldn't do it, why are you doing it? And I would say, especially the queens, all my tattoos, black and white, straight to the point. Queen, you're God, he's a devil. You're positive, he's negative. You're right, whatever term is, all my body, on my shoulders, on my back. What? Straight to the point. No years of therapy, counseling, debates. No. You are love. Small letters, you got to stare. Love is consistent. He is toxic. Big ass letters. Toxic love is inconsistent. He is toxic love. It doesn't matter what. I love you. I know I was you. It feels good when he tells you I love you, but that feeling is not factual. And love doesn't hurt. He sells you dreams. And yet, and we focus on the good, like the good 10 times and the fucking bad 10,000 times, but we don't focus on the bad. Just the times to make it feel good. Yeah, those are called trombones. Those suck. That's why on my back tattoo, I'm doing like a Boris a Catholic once again to attract all the religious people and people that know about religion. So it's gonna be a cross tattoo. Right now, I do tomorrow with my boy make an appointment. So I gotta finish the left side and the down middle. Then I'm gonna start working on the outline. So when you see the picture of it, which I changed my profile pic, it'll show the back tattoo. You see a cross. So people, I know they're gonna comment, oh, so that's like Bible talk? Like, well, it mentions God, Jesus. That is part of it, but no, all those notes inside it, they're my words, the universe. So the left side of the cross is gonna say, vertically wise, it's gonna say, trombones equal soul ties equal twin flames equal insanity equal addiction equal all capital letters codependency. That's what it is. Trombones are codependency. I need them in my life. Without them, I can't live. Yeah. Without one person, the whole, and don't worry, I was you. My first baby mom, 12 years too long. Nothing against her, but no one taught me this shit. Nobody in the whole universe taught me any of this till I was 39. And that's when I started the healing journey 5 years ago. I was like, all this fucking time, I went to church, spoke to the priest, the nuns, born as a Catholic, all this, and no one elaborated about the person by my side. What? You know, like, and once again, whatever you believe in, I'm born as a Catholic. My first time, call out God, like, yo, God, like, I read the Bible, show respect to people, so why the fuck am I getting fucked? Why do I have her by my side? Make that make sense, you know? And me, once again, to tell everybody, to warn you, if you got the V card, the virgin card, born as a Catholic, I was a virgin until I was 21 years old. Save for the right one. So I'm a homegirls, my peoples that do shoot the shot, you know, and I said, no. And then when they found out who my baby mom was, then my girlfriend, they'd be like, all these women that wanted you, this who you laid down with, lose it to her? That girl is toxic. Yeah, she's beautiful, but she's toxic as fuck. But what I say, I love her. But why I say I love her? Because she wasn't a virgin. She took my V card. So that's all the virgins out there. Analogy metaphor. No matter where you claim to be religious, spiritual, right? So this is the analogy metaphor. In your eyes, he or she, whatever you're into, after you become one, have telos intercourse, you exchange energy, you're from a bond, soul tie, Twin flames, trauma bonds. Potentially catch what? Feelings as these are babies because of one act. So in your eyes, that is your God. He is your God. She is your goddess. What? All you see is them. And when the trauma bonds you, you're stuck like me. All you see is them, and you ain't going nowhere at all. That's why like queens fucking deal with us boys and our sister for 10 years, 20, 30 years deep. All you, especially you see on TikTok, 20 years going through divorce, 30 years. At 30 years, all you know is one person, and then you got to start all over again. It's that's why I say all the time, fear in a positive manner. As a forewarning, the longer you are with an individual, the more it's gonna hurt you. Especially if you're a more square, empathetic person, the nice person, religious person. It's gonna hurt you the most because yes, you give your all. They did the same time as you, but yes, they didn't give their all. And you pray, but how it manifested. Respectfully, to keep it straight to everybody. How's that working out for you? Deadass. You don't comprehend this, but you're praying for the wrong person. You can pray for your partner a month in, 2 months in, years, babies. No, respectfully, no. You don't know the answer yet, but no. If higher source can do it for you, you're fucking special. You're basically Jesus. And every other family, every person's fucked. Respectfully, but no. You don't comprehend this, but no. Higher source can't do it for you at all. Higher source wants you to pray for yourself, to build the courage to walk away. To go to that door, don't ever look back. And it will be scary. Trust me. You feel like you're giving up, especially when kids are involved. It's really, really scary. Like the guilt, what happens to them if I leave them? I keep it simple. I worked on myself. That's not your fucking kid. What? Let them fall on their face. Let them destroy. Let them go. It doesn't matter. And even if they blame you, scenario. Let's have a girlfriend. She's too toxic. I break up with her, right? And I talk to her, and she's like, whatever. And she could be like, let's say I break up with her, and she's like, she falls to the streets. Let's say she becomes a zombie, an addiction, and she can blame me. She because of you, but you broke up with me, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'll be checked out. If you want me to paint the picture of me as a villain, why it's in your story, then put me as a bad guy. If that makes you feel better, but here's the kicker, I'll call you out. If you're saying because I broke up with you, and remember rejection, protection on my tattoos, you should see it's outside my bed for a reason, right? So why am I not doing what you're doing? What? To call you out. You're blaming me for what you're doing, your actions, right? So why am I not doing what you're doing? Respectfully. You see? For everybody, straight to the point. I tell everybody, like, especially the queens, like, this is the way I speak, this is the way I carry myself. And that's why I say, if a potential partner, I ask her all these questions. They went off the rip, like, hey, like, if the kids are involved, co-parenting. Trauma exes, we're bringing it down together to make sure, because if not, like, I don't hold back. If your parents like the way you speak, and that's what allow our families, we have not known we actually allow our families to dictate our relationships. Because let's say, remember that everyone's traumatized. A lot of people talk relationships, so you're going to get a healthy relationship wise, and your parents want to see you happy, and they'll gas and manipulate. Hey, with your parents, we're before you. Before him or her type of situation. So who you choosing, us or him? Like, if you have if you're working on yourself and you have a badass partner, take a leap of faith, or date your parents, date your family, and they'll be happy for it. They'll dislike you initially, but as soon as you break up with them and you choose your family, now they love you, dubby, care about you, all that bullshit for now, because they don't want to see you happy. A lot of people are traumatized that don't want to see you happy, because if they can't be happy, you can't be happy. Fuck off. You're not dating your family and friends, you're dating your partner. I did that I can't say quite a bit, but I did it a couple times. And that's not cool at all, because I had not knowing, because no one taught me this shit, I had a badass partner by my side. Gave me the universe every which way. Love to the fullest. I didn't cherish her at all, because no one taught me this shit. So we're not, as men, and I'm saying a lot of us not taught these conversations. We wing life, we accept people, we destroy people, and we just move the fuck on. That's where, for the most part, a lot of queens fall back, start the healing journey. And they'll tell you, especially Seattle, the suburbs and North Side, they'll be like, what books do you read? I'm like, I don't really, I used to read books, but if you have any books, suggest, I'll put my cell phone, technology, but I tell them respectfully, I might not read them, but, and why? Healing journey, here we go, we're talking like best friends. I've never met in my life in the farmer's market, but the only way we're speaking, because my tattoos, my words, sometimes they'll be like, the missus, they'll like, walk up, grab my face, they don't even, I don't get offended, they'll be like, don't mind me, shut, can you close your eyes, I'm trying to get your eyes, your face, all your tattoos, like, you have a lot going on. I'm yeah, just straight to the point, healing journey. Oh, what the healing journey? Oh yes, we start talking and vibing, which is beautiful. So this clip right here, the fast and clear, it's called it is selfish to take your own life. Triggering question.
A million things that have to go for
perfectly wrong and perfectly right at the same time before someone sits there and they make the decision to kill themselves and they actually do it. You can think about it, you can have suicide ideation all day, but to be at that level of mental state, you are being selfish because you don't care and you have so much pain and anger and hurt inside of you that you don't have the capacity to think about anybody else or anything else. And that was my experience. I was so consumed by what I was feeling. I felt like I was a prisoner in my home. And when you feel like you're a prisoner in your own head, it's very hard to imagine what someone else could be about you, especially when you hate yourself. And hating yourself and feeling like you're a prisoner in your own head, it just feels like this is the only way to make things better. You feel like you justify it. You tell yourself like this will fix everything. Everybody will be better off. You can see it with yourself that this is the best decision because you feel like this is the only thing left for you. And that is truly a feeling I wouldn't wish on anyone because that's a very, very, very heavy feeling to have. But ultimately, I do think it is selfish, but I fully understand why and what would drive someone to do it. I can't be angry at someone for who decides to take their own life because I would never understand what it was like to be in that head.
The conversation. That's my next tattoo. Suicidal thoughts. For the most part, I would say all to trigger people, but I believe a lot of us have that middle school, high school, especially in those little lovey-dovey relationships. You know, they sell you a dream, you sold them a dream. Like, you know, my puppy love in high school. Like, you know, liked her a lot. You know, like, well, I used to say the word love then, puppy love, right? And remember, rejection is protection. She was not mean to me. She's just like, I could tell if I was to be with you as a couple, like, you're a serious person. You want to be, like, traditional, get married, kids. I'm not ready for none of that. I want to party, kick it. You're a cool individual. Like, these other girls want you. I'm like, right, but you don't got my attention. And so now I got my feelings involved with you. And that's a downfall when you're too empathetic. What do? We overlove, we overgive. And I always see is them. After that, you know, if they tell you no, I waited, I think it was like 5 years. I pray, I don't manifest for the spiritual universe to get your attention. I pray, but I don't manifest that magically higher source, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, our ancestors, will magically wake her up so she loves me like I love her. And I waited 5 years, and guess what happened? No. 5 years gone, right? And here's the best part. So when you love somebody, quote unquote, in your eyes, and they, you know, you shoot your shot, they tell you no rejection, and you sit there and you pray by manifest, and magically one day, and then people she wouldn't tell me. She's like, why don't you like give anybody else a chance? Like, well, cause I didn't respect. I told her I didn't even care about girls. Honestly speaking, wise, you got my attention. Now my feelings are towards you. And I know you already told me. But maybe one of these days, she's like, and she told me many times in high school, like, I'm just letting you know, like, there won't ever be us. Like, I'm not ready to be serious with nobody, you know? And I mean, that's cool, but maybe one of these days, she's like, you keep saying that. And once again, she was not being mean to me. I make it nothing. It was all me. I prayed, man, for the religious universe, manifested, no. And then people started disliking her, hating her. My homegirl was like, her? Like, you know, I'm like, yo, just leave her alone. Nah, she's a bitch. I'm like, she's not a bitch. But you won't give nobody a chance. I'm like, this film, I can't get rid of her. Like, I could be with you, but I would tell him, okay, you want to be with you? You be my girlfriend, but just to let you know, I still love her. What? Why would you want to be with me knowing me? I love somebody else. Make that shit. Well, we don't. Now, because TikTok make that make sense. That's incorrect every which way. But if you want to hurt yourself, we can do this. Like, no, that's wrong. Like, right. But especially females, you're being mean to her because that's my feelings to her. Like, she's the one that got my attention. That puppy love, quote unquote. And that's why when someone rejects you, suicidal thoughts. You question yourself. Or like, if you did your part best as possible, you did your part best as possible. That's it. You can't do nothing more. They just don't want you at all, and it sucks. That's what. Remember, rejection, protection. It's a blessing in disguise. You don't know those conversations. That's why in your head, have the thought. Jump up a billion clips. Blow your head up billions of times in your head. Don't do it physically. And once again, rest in peace to my brother in 2013. Like, he passed away. It sucks because he tried everything. OD, cut himself, put a gun to his. He couldn't do it. So he did it. I won't say it on here, but he did his own way. And rest in peace, not here no more. And when I say this, I'm not saying like I could have saved my brother. No, but I would say this like, if I would start my healing journey, once again, if it does not exist, but it's scenario. But once again, all this I'm about to say, as a being, do not waste your breath on too much of this if. If no, it's not factual because it can be written. I mean, the past has been written and it's happened, right? So, but I would say this: if I would have started earlier, the healing journey, and once again, I'm not saying I could have saved my brother, but I could say this: and my people in Seattle, I lost a lot of people in Seattle, so they, off the dump type of situation, OD because they don't want to feel none of shit. Because why? Anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. Triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds, and they're trained top fucking insomnia. It's the worst feelings to have. And then we still gotta go to work, kids. It sucks, man. It fucking sucks. And that's why you think, you know what? It's not about. I would pray that ass when I was a lot younger. I would pray that I wouldn't wake up. Dear God, do me a favor. Like this universe is fucked. I'm not happy with the relationship. Like, just let me go to sleep when I wake up. And I wake up. Fuck, I'm still here. It wasn't my time yet, So once again, because you have no guidance, you just going with your feelings, but feelings aren't factual at all. That's why I say all the time: when you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always have a dream. You always tell yourself a dream, not knowing. So, rest in peace, my brother. I know physically is not here. Spirituality talk, emotionally, spiritually, he's always by my side. Like Little Peep says, rest in peace. Energy doesn't die. It doesn't. But once again, I use the word idea of faith. I do not debate about things that I don't know. Reincarnation, higher source. For sure, higher source, for sure. But like reincarnation, afterlife, in the next lifetime, I don't know. Respectfully, I'm not going to waste my breath on things that I don't know. But hey, like, the idea we see each other again, quote unquote. The idea that I do this all over again. Like with Buddha wise, he would say that, remember that's his beliefs. Everybody has their own beliefs that if you keep doing bad, if you're too narcissistic, these bad with bad girls, fuck with fuck girls in this lifetime, and these zombies add to the addiction respectfully, in the next lifetime, you repeat the cycle all over again because you didn't learn your lesson. You didn't start the healing journey, none of this shit. So you do this all over again. So he says that you keep doing that until you finally go through the healing journey, become that enlightened one, like Dharma, the term he used, awaken, which I would say Buddha, he was woke. So, because me personally, why is like Buddha would say, like in some of his teachings, like he'll walk around, talk to people, and obviously way before technology, he'll travel and speak to people and tell you stories. And I love the way he said he would tell. Obviously, back then, 2,500 years ago, they did not use the term mental health, right? But he'd be like, okay, you're sad and depressed. Let's keep some of our terminology: PTSD, breakups, divorces. I'm the doctor. My teachings is the medicine, and I'll give it to you, but you do whatever you want with it. You water it, you let it die, whatever. And for the most part, respectfully, he didn't waste, because obviously he's talking to a lot of people. He didn't waste his breath on people that they didn't try. He'd be like, I did my part, I planted seeds, I just go on my day. Me personally, I'll plant seeds and I'm here waiting for you. I'm always in your pocket, and that's the shit for everybody out there. Because once you get the thoughts there, right? And if you do physically and it's no more. But what I say, like the movie Butterfly Effect, I had a thought 5 years ago, losing my second family. A thought. In your head, jump up a billion clips. Physically don't do it, right? Losing my second family, I'm like, okay, and I play a scenario in my head. Let's say scenario, I do this. I do pursue this, right? And what happens, I got 8 kids. Let's say scenario, my pops already lost 1 kid, right? So let's say scenario, once again, in my head, playing in my head. Let's say I do it. So now, I'm a spirit watching this going on, staring like, right? So now I see my pops, cool. Let's say he can't handle losing a second son, and now he becomes an alcoholic. He's not a drinker like that, but let's say he does. Boom, alcoholic. Let's say 2 of my kids can't handle I'm not here no more, and they do what I did. They out their domes. Another kid, become a zombie and adds to addiction. Another one runs away just because of my selfish act. That's why I call it the butterfly effect, like the movie. No matter what you do, it's not a good outcome on the overall. That's why the intent is to prevent the best as possible. And then it doesn't get to that point. But if you're on a journey, you might get to that point because you don't want to deal with your overthinking, your triggers, especially that fucking insomnia. I'm blessed to not have insomnia anymore. When I close my eyes, I die. Not physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like dreams, what are dreams? I have like spirituality talk visions, which are different, but it's a gift, quote unquote. So when I have my visions, for the most part, if I remember correctly, get my cell phone, do audio blog or video blog to remind myself, and basically vision is kind of like almost like deja vu, but it's more like current times. There's a scenario, there's like environments. You might not see faces, your conversations, but you have something to work with. So I tell everybody, you have little visions, do audio blog, video blogs. So the day that happens, go to your cell phone, remind yourself, right? So yeah, but I'm about to get off here, guys. I ain't going. I gotta sleep. Oh, love you guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Remember, I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Please don't feel alone, especially the queens. Initially, 5 years ago, right, for the first 2 years, I'm here for everybody. Respect when I say this. I'm just here for the queens. There's like 0.01% men that actually reach out, trying to do the healing journey, right? But when someone hears the truth about them, or the guilt kicks in. Like I tell the kings all the time, the ones that actually reach out, yo, king, how was you? I know initially you feel guilty, right? You have the right to feel guilty, but the intent is to forgive, communication, not forget. You did it, you lived it, right? And the second hardest part, let go. Do closure with yourself. Comprehend why you did what you did, why it failed. To do comprehension, and next potential to be, don't do that. Don't bring your past to present. Do not hurt them like you hurt your exes. That's why my scenario. My neck tattoo. They say the potential partner, and she's so traumatized. I would check out, babe. Day one. See my neck tattoo? It's on my neck. It says exes. I'm not your ex nor exes. I'm today, then, not the present. Are you ready for this? And if you're still traumatized about your exes, and you're in the healing journey, please verbalize your boundaries. Like, just say, hey, that word you said, that sentence you said, the way you acting, that my ex did that. It triggers me. I didn't know it was a trigger until you did it. So I just to forewarn you, try to avoid that best as possible. Or we can talk about it at a later date. That's cool. That's a positive. And that's as long as you're patient enough, to have a conversation with them and to do this relationship with them. It's not easy. Maybe your energy's too strong, and you can be like, well, yeah, you are over it. They are not. And that's why these feelings, you gotta control them. If not, once again, hurt people, heal people, heal people, you know? So for home universe, and that's what go live for you guys. What's today's? Going on Fridays, yeah. I might go live tomorrow night sometime, or tomorrow evening, if I go to Seattle. But I'm hit and miss on here, so what you gonna call it? Yeah, but I do it for you guys. Once again, all these live sessions, it's a live podcast, a live platform, on cell phones, and it's for you guys, not for myself. I get up this live session, I'm blessed. All my tattoos, my scars. I'm not sad, depressed. What is that? PTSD. What is that? I used to have that. I don't have that anymore. I have 1,000 girlfriends. They can all cheat, goes divorced. Respectfully, I don't care. I don't need a partner. I'm not codependent of people at all. I want a partner. If she wants that, we match energy and I take energy. It's a two-sided relationship. Communication, comprehension, best as possible about everything. So my like saying to the potential to be, if we can't talk about everything, what am I doing with you? Yes, you're beautiful. OnlyFans cosmetic. I don't give a shit about man-made bullshit. Your body cannot talk to me. Your mind talks to me. What? Your mind tells my mouth to move, right? And I speak to you, and vice versa. That's the shit for everybody out there. That's why you gotta potentially match energy best as possible. If not, be a cute couple, do it for the fucking gram social media. But behind closed doors, you're toxic as fuck. And your future, once again, look at all your toxic family. Becoming toxic parents. If you have parents, your toxic grandparents, aunties, uncles. Your future's in front of your face. 20 years from now, that's you guys. And you guys go back about everything man-made. Your house, your car, it doesn't matter. Because other than the AI and beings, ask your home for advice to life. As a couple, ask your home for fucking couples therapy. For the healing journey. Fucking crickets. Got your cell phone. Tap them for a reason. ChatGPT. Oh, I'm really fast before I get to that. Buddha talk, right? So anyways, the term duality. So I was like, I can go on Google. I can go on YouTube, TikTok, duality, right? And I was like, you know what? Let me test the AI. So I'm going to do it right now to show you. Because it's all about wording. It's all about wording. So let me do this one real fast. So I'll do ChatGPT. Hello. Hi.
Hey there, how's it going?
What is duality?
Duality refers to the concept of two fundamental and often opposite aspects that exist together. It can be found in various contexts like philosophy, science, and even everyday life. For example, in philosophy, it can be the idea of good versus evil. In physics, it might refer to wave-particle duality. Essentially, it's about the coexistence of two different or contrasting elements.
With Buddha, what is duality? With Buddha,
In, Bud-
what is duality?
in Buddhism, duality refers to the perception of opposites or pairs, such as good and bad, self and other, or pleasure and pain. These dualities are seen as constructs of the mind that create separation and suffering. The goal in Buddhism is to transcend these dualities and achieve a state of non-dual awareness, where distinctions between opposites dissolve, leading to inner peace and enlightenment.
What is the healing journey?
The healing journey is a personal process of recovering and growing from emotional, physical, or psychological wounds. It involves acknowledging and processing pain, seeking support, and taking steps towards emotional well-being and self-discovery. Everyone's journey is unique, and it often includes moments of reflection, growth, and ultimately, finding a sense of peace and wholeness.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Technology. And then it saves the whole conversation also. So, once again, maybe locally, I'm from Eastern Washington State. All these boys and girls, I don't say men and women, I'm a devil in their eyes. And they're religious, spiritual, good. I've heard all the terms, but they all look at me. But once again, I preach about environment. Eastern Washington State. It's amazing what a mountain does. Snoqualmie Pass. Eastern Washington. It's 2025. Time, our time frame, quote unquote. But in reality, then its environment is too introverted, too monotone. So it's 1950 time, Rolodex times. Western Washington, Seattle, west of the best side. 2025 time. So Eastern Washington, boys and girls. There's only two queens I talk to. I call the women. The healing journey. We have all these conversations. Hold hand, guide them, break it down best as possible, and they're like, thank you for this. Like, oh, I just paid for it. I was you. You don't want to wing life, especially when you get older. You're like, God can do it. The universe, like, say all those terms, right? Respectfully. Higher souls won't suffer. They want that. They know boundaries. They know all these conversations. But you're the one that doesn't know any of the conversation. You want to fall on your face, so be it. Especially if you're an empathetic queen. You're gonna destroy the shit out of yourself not knowing. You will self-sabotage your life by you allowing to have these people pass your boundaries. These boys are narcissistic as fuck. On the west side, I'm famous, in their eyes, because why? I look at you and then I see, they're especially north side of Seattle, in the suburbs, they're more like scared, quote unquote, cosmetically wise. They're like, but when I see you speak, you got good energy. I'm like, I just tell stories. And then all your tattoos, like, yeah, it's just weird. It's amazing. Like, yeah, it's an attention getter. Miss Queen, the only time I'm speaking face to face, because my tattoos, not because of me, not because of my hair, the way I dress. No, it's these tattoos. Like, yeah, it's amazing, right? Attention getter. And on top of that, I verbalize, these tattoos. It's an attention getter, but it's not. I don't need validation for nobody. It's for myself. That's it. The person you need, chase, compete, submit, and I validate them too. The person married yourself, not nobody else. I can add to your true happiness, unconditional love, support. But once again, I can add to it, and I can take it from it every which way. And that's for everybody out there. Anyone could leave. Well, to say it, the full sentence, did you know anyone could leave? Anyone could cheat. Anyone can ghost. Anyone can divorce. Anyone can break up with you. That is their choice and free will. When they do, and which they shall, how will you react? How will you respond? Or do you live fear scared of that? That little saying will be tied on my body, on my back for sure. Eventually make sure it's hoodies. It's fear. On a positive manner, aka for warning. Nobody has to comprehend that. What? Especially you queens. You're more lovey-dovey. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with love. Once again, nothing's wrong with love, your higher source, whatever you believe in. It's the person by your side, the one you give it to. That's what matters. If you offer love, everyone starts to love initially in the beginning of the Bible, but then he goes to toxic love. Red flags, they're all happening. They're all happening right there. That's why when we're in toxic relationships, we collect red flags. We observe the red flags. We rarely collect any green flags. When you start the healing journey, now you observe the red flags of your ex-exes comprehending. So the potential to be, that's why you're single, you realize boundaries. And just to inform you, especially the queens, no one has to respect your boundaries. If they don't, what are you choosing? What are you doing? The door's right there for the whole universe. And we all say the same shit like I said. It's so hard to leave toxic relationships, which I say to trigger everybody, toxic love, broken, codependent relationships. Respectfully, it's not. It's really easy to leave. I gotta go to work. She's gotta watch the kids. So, she's watching the kids, take the school, scenario, she take the kids to school. I'm gonna work. So we both have the toxic relationship. The dilemma is this: it's hard not to go back. That's the dilemma. So I'll call you out. Why do you have to choose to want to, Queen? Go back to the person you bitch about, to all the universe, to your therapist, to the priest, to God, Buddha, whatever. What? Why do you have to just want to? You have nowhere else to go to. Nowhere else to go to. In a car, sibling, parents, shelters, and nowhere else. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. Just day by day baby steps. Respectfully. And that's why I do all these life sessions for you guys. So you don't learn the hard way and fall in your face like I did. And then I'm gonna simplify kids. I love my kids. They're a blessing, also a lesson. Because the shitty part as far as the lesson is, all the shit that I went through, potentially all 8 of them will go through all this shit. And they potentially, get trauma bonded really bad to the point that they get broken up or cheating on. They're not here tomorrow. That's the shitty part. But here's the kicker: as it being, shit never happens. I know why it got to that point, because as it being, I dissect everything. Okay, my daughter did this, my son did this. This is why it's happening. Let me break down the whole scenario, the outcome, who's involved, etc. Because I want to figure out, okay, you're the problem. What? My son, my daughter's not here because of you. All my tattoos, you're too narcissistic. All my tattoos way up here to trigger you. Religious talk, you're loose disciples. The fuck-ups of the universe, everything you touch, you destroy. You are common unknowing. What? You're the fuck-up. I'm going to tell you future. If you don't start the healing journey, everything you touch, spirituality talk, your karma. Anyone that gets involved with you, you will destroy. And as you're doing it, remember my words, remember my voice. You are the problem in everyone's life. But you can change your life whenever you want to. When you start the healing journey, you're just on a journey. You're on a healing journey. And that's to be more towards the men's side. I'm not saying all men. A lot of men, us, more narcissistic. We're raised incorrectly. We're not taught to have any of these conversations at all. In many cultures, for sure. Many cultures. But I'm not from different cultures. I'm from the Hispanics and Spaniards. I just say brown boys, respectfully. We're hard workers, right? We don't work hard in relationships at all. Get over it. Everybody wants to have the same shit again. Like, no, it's toxic as fuck. And that's why in this lifetime, 39, I pray to God if there is afterlife, I use the word idea of faith, reincarnation. Next lifetime, I'll be younger. It would be nice if magically, and this is the spiritual universe before I get out of here, right? Supposedly, it's not my realm, I'm 3D. Everyone starts 2D, blue pillars. Take the blue pill, like they made this talk, stay lost in life. You're on a journey. That's when we get very soon. I'll big letters and say a journey. No healing journey. You can say higher source, you're on a journey. You're not trying to feel everyone the healing journey, take the red pill. Get your life back. You're trying to feel your feelings, to comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life. To figure this shit out. You're on a healing journey. So if you're on a healing journey, don't go do opposite track. Oh, they're on a journey. I like them. Compassion for you, especially you queens. Respect and feel sorry for you. I was you. Respectfully, So supposedly spirituality talk, there's a way to get a hold of your future self. So I talk to spiritual people on these platforms. I go, well, the day that quote unquote, I would love to talk to you more about this and elaborate, because if I can magically technology, I have a bunch of hard SSDs, so it's a live podcast. When I'm done, I save it to my Twitch, I download it, and I put it on a hard drive. So it'd be nice to get a hold of my future self. Hey, check it out. This is the old version of yourself. Study this, plug in a computer, and just watch. Put in a smart TV. Just watch. You don't have to comprehend, but that is the old version of yourself. They're trying to teach you. It's the person by your side. Higher source is cool, whatever you believe in. You're a positive, loving person, but the person by your side. Relationships make you, break you, definitely destroy you. One person came in your life, you sold them a dream, they sold you a dream. That's why life is hard. Whatever man-made, doesn't matter. Respectfully, you don't have to comprehend that. Get your Gucci product, college, money, power, fame, BBLs, gang mafioso, all this man-made bullshit. Do all that, and when your partner does you wrong, they cheat on you, ghost you, you will lose everything in life because of one person in the whole universe. Gotta stretch that shit out a little bit, And the other conversation, which I dislike it, but I'm gonna tie my back to call everybody out. That corny ass conversation, what do you bring to the table? To call everybody out to see if you're a man or a woman. All my terminology, obviously, is boys and girls, men and women. Men and women, red pillars, healing journey. We're called educators. Boys and girls, entertainers, down a journey. So anyways, it's gonna say, other than your body, your beauty, your looks, your lust, your job, your money, your car, your home, and man-made bullshit, what do you bring to the table? I just stripped all the universes from all the universes. What are you gonna say to me? What? I'm beautiful, queen, you can't bring that. I got a mansion, it's man-made, can't bring that. What? What do you got? Nothing? So queen, you're beautiful, yes, cosmetic, money, power, and fame. So you're just a blue pillar on a journey on my tattoos. You're a girl. You can be 80 years old. I'll still call you a girl respectfully. What? I'm too much for you. Respect my energy too strong. So you don't bring them to the table. And once you the spiritual, you don't bring them to the table. God, I'm not talking to God. We're part of God, quote unquote. I'm talking to you. So we won't work out. But if you want to take a leap of faith and you want to risk it on your side, because I get to believe, can you handle rejection? What? Can you handle rejection? We can be lovey-dovey, become one, all this shit, God, higher source. And you know, I can go to work and not ever come back home. That is my choice, if you will. Can you handle rejection? And you can be like texting me, well, your stuff's here. It's man-made, it's replaceable. As it being, I don't give a shit about man-made stuff. The most I put in myself is my tattoos and hard drives and SSDs for backups. It's a live podcast. Because the cool thing about technology, and I say respectfully, nothing's wrong with journaling. That's a lot of writing. My hands cramp the fuck up. I'm a geek techie. I can type all day, but even then, that's a lot of physical work. Technology, audio blogs, video blogs. This is a live podcast. I tell everybody to do a podcast, you know, go live type of situation. Because the cool thing, you're the best ever counts in the universe is the person you're yourself. We're all unique. I can break down your feelings every which way. I can give you all those scenarios, but when I'm done, I mean, you go your way, I go my way. I'm not standing depressed. All these tattoos, this conversation, these clips that I play, I won't ever go through that again. Capital E, ever, not never. The word never. Try not to use that word respectfully. It's kind of a jinx. Don't defy logic. The devil called God, quote unquote. He defied logic, and here we are today. You know, so use every word but never. Ever, won't, stop, avoid, won't. Say every word but that. You know. So I have to say all the time, I won't ever deal with toxicity. What's toxic? What are breakups? I'm not scared of breakups. My last breakup 3 years ago. Beautiful breakup. In Seattle, they'd be like, I've heard of healthy breakups, good breakups. What was beautiful about it? I saw all the red flags. What do you mean? I'm in Washington State, LDR, TikTok love story. She's in California, less texting, less calling, less lives. There it is. I'm not scared. Get curveball. You know, be like Bambi about to get hit by a semi. What? It's over. We talked about it. It was beautiful. Like we talked about it, and it felt because of love language. That's what I tell people. Now I preach about that now. Date yourself. What are your boundaries? What are your love languages? What are your standards? Comprehend that. And once you have that, the person that's to be, ask them the same questions. If you don't know that terminology, elaborate as possible. ChatGPT, TikTok, type it in there. They can watch somebody else's terminology. Like, oh, that's what that is? So that's why, if you want love and a healthy monogamy, if you want monogamy, remember saying, especially the queens, to forewarn you, a lot of guys, they keep boys narcissistic, and they'll say monogamy. They'll say, you and I love you. God, religion does not matter. Buddha, it doesn't matter. This terminology. Actions beyond the words. But to give you forewarning, the biggest red flag, very simple. Emotionally cheating. That's how it starts with everybody. If you, as a being more on the male side, females too for sure, right? Test your lust. That's the bad side of us. Narcissist traits. Hate, narcissist, pride, ego, lust, greed, power, evil, envy, jealous. So go where? Test your lust. Gym therapy, a lot of queens show a lot of flesh, right? Males too, but more than female. Your vessel has more to offer, respectfully. Go to the bikini barista stands, go to the beach. All the fucking lust you want. All the lust you want. Now, if you're staring at every girl like you've never seen a fucking woman in your life, you can't do monogamy. Comma, not yet at least. Well, you can't do monogamy. Why? Because my tattoos. For the empathetic queens. And here's I tell the queens all the time, and anyone in general, whatever you're into, right? When a person tells you this, I said scenario, I have a potential partner. I tell her, hey, babe, just to let you know day one off the rip, I don't care if you look at guys. And she'd be like, what? I see guys, I see men walking, but this line, all I see is you. When they tell you all I see is you, you got a badass partner by your side, but here's the kicker, can you match the energy? What? Can you match the energy? They're offering love to the full. They'll give me 1,000. They give it all mind, body, heart, soul. That way you cherish them to the fullest. A lot of boys will say we don't know how to. No one taught us this shit. So, my tattoos. Empathetic empathetic women offer love, lust, communication, comprehension. All they see is I. She has self-will. Narcissistic boys, not men. Narcissistic boys offer toxic love, lust, drama, trauma. Communication, no comprehension. Our eyes are bigger than our mouth. We easily fall to lust. Why? Fuck biology. King David in the Bible. Because the money, power, and fame, the answer is what? No self-will. So all you queens, they want to get into relationships, test your potential to be. Take him to a bikini barista stand. Go to the fucking gym, go to the beach. If he's staring, especially if you catch them, and this is your potential or that's your boyfriend, what are you choosing? What are you doing? To give him chances or squash it? Remember, rejection protection, and they can, break up because of that. Let's say a potential partner. Yes, I'll give you one. I'll be nice. I'll give you one chance. What? Learn from this. Because if you do that in front of my face, imagine that work with your homegirls in the streets on this cell phone. Man versus woman, especially in the cell phone, there is no competition. Your DM versus my DM is a zillion to one. No comparison. You got options. But if you're worried about having options like that or on standby, then why even trying love? You don't want love. Because love is 1,000. Toxic love is 100. You'll say you'll love me, just in case we don't work out or something I say triggers you. You got BCDs. All my tattoos on standby. No, you don't want love. You can verbalize it, but actually speak down the word. And me as a being, I don't deal with toxic love. You can offer love, but if it goes to toxic love, this is my life. I love you, babe, but I'm selfish in a positive manner. Because we're taught that being selfish, it's wrong, it's a sin. The fuck it is. If you don't got you, then who got you? Your partner? Higher source? Sure. Spirituality talk, but not by your side. To forewarn you. And they can leave, they can cheat. Then what? And once again, before the physical, before the DM, for any of this, because nobody cannot blame the cell phones at all. It's the owner of the cell phone. If you worry about a cell phone, it's already over. They're the fuck ass. If you can't, it's over. But before the cell phone, it's emotional cheating. Everything starts with emotion cheating. That's why as a being control, try to test your lust. That's what my situation. I'm blessed now. I worked on myself, healed all the great jazz, lust. Like all I see the potential part to be. I don't deal with toxicity at all. And once again, the body lust is part of healthy relationships or toxic relationships. But after the TLC session, and you can be badass porn stars as a couple. But then after you're done, you lay in bed together, you get up and leave, both on the cell phones, can't talk to each other. Welcome to a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship. But yes, y'all love your TLC. Toxic love and lust is a dime a dozen. Now show me love and lust. Show me monogamy. It's hard to find nowadays. Especially more on the male side. But love you guys. Have a blessed morning. Take care. Be safe. If I don't see you guys today sometime, have a blessed weekend. Take care. Be safe. Remember again, I'm out of your pocket 24/7, 365. Please don't ever feel alone. And I apologize. I'm trying to work on speaking a lot slower. And I'm mumbling slow. I'm exhausted. I'm very, very exhausted. I'm only one person. Single father, co-parenting. I do a lot of one-on-ones, so I'm only one person. But the positive for me personally is to be in. Nobody can take my energy other than my kiddos, but that's kids. That's their job. They're learning. They're growing. But as like adults, no, you can't take my energy at all. Because remember this, I match energy. You can't take it. If you try to take it, technology face-to-face block. Rejection protection. Yo, why are you talking to me? What? If you're on the healing journey respectfully, I don't deal with you. I'll be your associate. I'll be your support team, but I don't deal with toxicity. I don't deal with toxic environments at all. You can tell me a soft story, but respectfully, like you're not trying to change your ways. You can verbalize it, but look at what you're doing. Look what you're living. Look who you. This is the best part. Look who you have around you. For everybody. That's why if you as a being are ready for love in the healing journey, vibe with people in the healing journey, and they're quote unquote ready for love, but actions speak louder than words, and does not matter about terminology. To forewarn you, because once again, don't have to comprehend this. The easiest people to destroy. Who's the easiest ones? Everyone that's codependent of being a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person, especially you queens. Because nothing's wrong with you as a being. But if I say God, Allah, Buddha, y'all get wet. Astrology and magic crystals, y'all get wet. Because that's your forte. That's your realm, which is beautiful. Nothing's wrong with your belief. It's just as long as I match energy. That's the thing. If you don't understand what that means, I'll sell you a dream. I can act nice, be narcissistic, the bad boy, fuck boy. Or I could be nice, be empathetic, the nice guy, be an empathetic person. If that's Japanese to you, queen, I pray for you. I go my day of my life. I can destroy you. If I trauma bond you, I own you. You will not go nowhere for months, years, babies. Especially if a kid gets involved. For babies to be respect. Hey, what's up, Mas? How you doing? How's it going? Respect. Once again, you don't have to comprehend that. Next time I elaborate more. But the positive, all these little sayings, these little stories, are time for a reason to warn you. And you don't have to comprehend none of this. It's just to once again, to plant seeds, to get your attention. I'm not saying all women, for the most part, a lot of women, y'all more empathetic. Y'all do the healing journey. You do want love. So I'll get your attention. Boys hate me. I said that time. I'm gonna start saying on my live session. All you boys behind the screen, don't let any female, like, you know, your ex, your partner, your wife, your side chicks, come here. your work wife, come here at all. Because guess what? Maybe I'm on the path to see, like, hey, what, the door's right there. You might have done wrong. It's not ever too late, but learn from this so you don't do this again. And he sold you a dream. And to warn you, anyone that gets involved with anybody, you're not a good person, respectfully. Brother B, how are you doing today? I'm blessing. Thank you. And I'll unbox you later. But love you guys. Have a blessed day. Take care. Be safe. Take care. Be a squad. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao. Or good morning. Be safe. Like your squad. Take care. Have a good morning. Be safe. Both my Facebooks. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Thank you for follow Angela. Me squad. Love you guys. Have a good morning. Take care. Be safe. TikTok side. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Clubhouse, love you guys, take it, be safe. IG, love you guys, take it, be safe. Boop. And then Twitch, love you guys, take it, be safe. Ciao.